Hey, Dad, can I go to the store to get a strawberry pop? I don't know. Go ask your mama. I recommend that you overcome your mother. You have your mother's mindset and emotions because when you were a kid and your father left, it was too much for you to handle her. And as you know, you become like whomever you are angry at. And so you are a passionate person. You need to forgive her. You need to forgive her because you have the mindset and nature of a woman. As a beta male, not an alpha male. Beta male, yes. Beta male. Beta. You're a beta male. You're a beta male. Not an alpha male. Beta. What a shame. Mommy's boy. As a beta male, not an alpha male. Beta male, yes. Beta male. Beta. You're a beta male. You're a beta male. Not an alpha male. Beta. What a shame. Mommy's boy. Amazing. That is amazing. 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 Isn't that amazing? That's amazing. 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 We gotta tell the truth, and it's the truth that changes and defeats the lie. You choose good or you choose evil. You choose good or you choose evil. It's up to you. You gotta think for yourself. Think for yourself. And if you decide to go with evil, it's your fault. I want to show you what evil look like. They have nothing else to offer. I want to show you what evil look like from hell. Oh, they're from the gates of hell. These are children of the light. Children of the light. Godless. These are children of the light. Children of the light. They're liars. You choose good or you choose evil. You choose good or you choose evil. It's up to you. You gotta think for yourself. Think for yourself. And if you decide to go with evil, it's your fault. I want to show you what evil look like. They have nothing else to offer. I want to show you what evil look like from hell. Oh, they're from the gates of hell. These are children of the light. Children of the light. Godless. These are children of the light. Children of the light. They're liars. These are children of the light. Children of the light. Godless. These are children of the light. Children of the light. They're liars. Racism doesn't exist. It's a God that they serve, spiritual battle. It's a warfare. When you judge someone, you lose. You become blind to what reality is. It's a battle between good and evil, right versus wrong. Nothing to do with sexism, racism, homophobism, Islamophobism, no feminism, no get-me-gat-ism, no isms.
No isms.
All kind of isms. Beta. All kind of isms. Beta. All kind of isms. Beta. All kind of isms. Beta.
When men change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When men change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When God created man in his image, he gave the power and authority to him. Because we've been raised by women, they know not what they do, keeping man away from God. And until man realizes that he has that woman nature that has been imposed upon him by mama. He has that woman nature that has been imposed upon him by mama. He can repent. He can repent by forgiving. He can repent, and God will change his nature. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. Man. The power is in the man. The power is in the man. The power is in the man. God created man in his image. He gave the power and authority to him. Because we've been raised by women, they know not what they do, keeping man away from God. And until man realizes that he has that woman nature that has been imposed upon him by mama. He has that woman nature that has been imposed upon him by mama. He can repent. He can repent by forgiving. He can repent, and God will change his nature. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. When man change, then our family will change, and our community will change. The power is in the man. Man. The power is in the man. The power is in the man. The power is in the man.
about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning. It's Friday. And it's Friday the 13th for those who believe in so-called bad luck. Bad luck. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773. 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, a doozy. A mamma mia, a hola, a sí, señor, a muchas gracias, a como allez-vous question. Do you think for yourself? Do you think for yourself? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. You can podcast the show if you're not able to sit and just watch it the whole time. But you can also still be listening to the show as you move about, doing whatever it is that you're doing. You still can be listening to the show on your iPhone or iPad by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Open Line Friday. It's always been Open Line Friday, but now there's an addition / because we love the blacks / Black Friday. I'm going to show you what it was before and what it's like now. Watch this. This is now. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
Be black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
What?
what's wrong with the blacks? Maze, first you love me and then you hate me. That's a game made for a fool. What? Nah, Maze been my friend forever. A lot of stuff going on, a spiritual battle. I think it's pretty interesting and dark. I want to use the word sad consciously because I'm really not sad about it. That most people have chosen to live in the world of thought, people, and emotions. Most people have chosen to live that way. They have chosen to live a life of argument, fighting. They have chosen to believe they have to fight. Fight, fight, fight. They have chosen to believe that because they've been taught that all their lives, somehow or another, you owe it to the other person or people to prove something, or to yourself. And so you fight. And when the fight is done, you cry. You have chosen to live in a world of nothing but darkness. And as a result of that, you're not even aware that there's another world, another reality, another way to live, the true way, without fights, without arguments, without proving yourself, without emotions and thoughts. There's another world. And most people have decided they love their miserable, dark, angry, fighting, thought-thinking world. What a sad way to live. Even the Christians, they'll quote the Bible. And Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. Your ways are not my ways. And so bring every thought into captivity. But the Christians have decided to learn those words, but stay in their miserable thought, emotional, people world, fighting world. They even fight over religion. Can you get any dumber than that? But there are a handful who have heard that, hey, there is something different. And a little light came on, even though they didn't understand it. That little light is enough to keep them looking within. Y'all stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. And lay your weapon down. Turn the ship around. What you doing over there when you need it over here? Amazing. It's your world. And because you and only you are in control of your own world, you can stay in the darkness of your own world, your own universe, or you can come out of it. You can realize, you know what? These thoughts ain't working. There's something wrong with this. And in that very instant, a little change will start. And then you start to pay attention to all the stabs that you get the moment you open your eyes. Stab of fear, of doubt, of worry. Or what is my day going to be like? Or yesterday I forgot to put gas in my car. You thinking about the past or the future. In your own dark world. But some people notice those stabs when they first open their eyes and they stop a little bit of reaction to it, a little bit, and a little bit helps to remember to watch those waves of stabs and pain going through your body. And when you watch them, something in you save you from them. And you feel all afraid and dark at first, but if you do nothing about it but watch them, the release from the darkness is something that saves you from it. You go, wow, I like that. I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to the waves of pain, the stabs. And the more you pay attention, even though you may go in and out of them 1,000 times a day in the beginning, salvation is at hand. You are free, but you don't want to be free. I ask people all the time, what would you do if you had 0 problems? What would you do with yourself? If you had 0 problem, if you had 0 problems, what would you do with yourself? I don't know. I'll go fishing. I'll go do this. I'll do that. And I'm like, Okay, then, go fishing. And the reason I tell them that, because in all honesty, and this is the truth, and not my truth, but the truth, you have zero problems. You literally do not have problems. No one have problems. No one, zero problem. You tripping out over nothing. You taking antidepressant medication over nothing, over an illusion. You don't have problems. You just been told you have problems, and you believed it. And then your friend, the devil, and your thoughts again remind you you do have problems. And you believe it. And you trip out. And you cry. You, and only you, men and women, nobody else can do it for you. The ladies got to do it for themselves as individuals, and men got to do it for themselves if they want to be free. Nobody can help you with this at all. That's why all I do is point you back to the source that can help you. Oh, I can't help you. What the? You can't help me. What the? And I love that, because knowing that you can't help me and I can't help you, it leaves me in total control of my own life, as it would you. Amazing, huh? So, look like there's a physical war going on, or at least the sign of one. I don't know if they have not declared war yet that I'm aware, but Israel and Iran, Iraq, is going at it. Iran. Last night, or yesterday, it all depends on what part of the world you live in. According to the New York Post, Israel launched a stunning series of strikes on Friday morning on Iran nuclear sites. And they killed several of the nation's security chiefs. Watch this from WHAS 11.
This morning, the Middle East on edge after Israel carried out major attacks on Iran, aimed at decimating Iran's nuclear program in hopes of preventing the country from building a nuclear bomb. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calling it Operation Rising Lion.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival.
Netanyahu says they targeted Iran's nuclear weaponization program, main enrichment facility, and scientists he says were working on a bomb. Iranian state TV says 2 top nuclear scientists were killed, including this man, Freydun Abbasi. This morning, Iran's supreme leader promising severe punishment on Israel. In Iran's capital of Tehran, the injured sitting on sidewalks, this building blown apart, with rubble coating cars.
Israel will never allow those who call for our annihilation to develop the means to achieve that goal.
In Tel Aviv, people stocking up on supplies amid fears of Iran's retaliation. Hospitals preparing underground medical facilities. Tel Aviv's airport now closed until further notice. The Trump administration distancing itself from the strikes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says, "We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Let me be clear, Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel."
Amazing. 2 men fighting. So the man in Iran is the super prime minister. What do they call him?
Supreme leader?
Supreme leader. That's like Trump.
Based.
Isn't Trump the supreme leader of America? Maybe of the world. Amazing. Don't mess with Israel. Don't mess with the Jews. Don't mess with the Jews. They live in this little small area of the world, and yet they have mighty power. I wonder why. Oh, those are God's chosen people. Don't mess with God's people. That's amazing they were able to get rid of that guy, the security chief. All the way from Israel over to that man's house. Amazing. Jerusalem Post is reporting roughly 100 explosive laden drones were launched from Iran and Iraq toward Israel in the early hour of Friday morning. That would be today. Watch this from Fox News.
Hi, Carly and Todd. Israel says that it has identified as many as 100 drones launched by Iran heading toward Israeli airspace. And Israel says that it has started to at least attempt to shoot down some of those drones over Syrian airspace as Jordan is attempting to take down some of the drones that are above its airspace. At the same time, we just got this new alert from Israel's home command urging people that they do not need to stay as close to shelters as they had been in the previous hours, indicating that Israel and the Israeli Defense Force believe at this point that they will be able to take out the incoming threat as we await what could be these waves of drones sent over anytime this hour. All of this follows what happened earlier this morning when Israel says it targeted the heart of Iran's nuclear capabilities in an operation it calls Rising Lion.
Amazing, huh? Just think about that. Human beings, men killing one another and others like that. You know human heart is evil. And they're killing each other over ego, perceived power. Amazing. And I was reflecting on this. If Donald Trump was not in office right now, we would be having the same issues in this country. They would be attacking us. Just think about this. You live in a country where people have to build underground shelters, or you're walking up and down the road and you never know when you might be attacked by a drone or some type of bomb coming in. Can you imagine living in a world like that? Well, get ready. If Donald Trump is never, if y'all let Donald Trump lead the White House, and you get a Democratic president, president, we will be having to hide in underground basements too, bunkers or whatever you call it. We will be attacked, and the proof is in the pudding. You have our enemies on our soil in our country, with head rags on their heads, chanting death to America, death to Israel, on our soil. Think about that. And they're getting away, well, not quite now that Donald Trump is there, but before Donald Trump, they were getting away with it in our country and chanting death to us. Don't tell me the next step is not for a war, Iraq, Iran, or somebody attacking us like that. What else left? What's the next step? They got, here in L.A., and I guess around the country, some parts of the country, they are throwing rocks and bricks and bombs, little firebomb things, at the police officers and National Guard. They're throwing rocks and not even afraid of being arrested. And somebody is paying for it. They're hiring these people to attack democracy in America. What do you think the next step is? Do you want to live in a country where you're afraid walking home or driving home or just hanging out? A bomb will come in at any moment and just kill you? That's the next step. Because I remember when death to America was only chanted over there. It wasn't on our soil at that time. And I never imagined that anyone would even have the nerve to come here and say death to us. But you put the wrong people in the White House, and now you haven't. And now those very same people that brought these people here with open borders, by way of open border and so-called educational thing, whatever they let them in on, are the very same people that protested with them while chanting death to America, burning American flag. Another thing I noticed too, we got too many foreigners in government, state and local government. There was a press conference held here in LA the other day, and they had all these little mayors and whatever they were in the LA surrounding cities, Orange County and all of those cities, I guess. All of them was foreigners. There was not one white man in the mix. I'm like, are you telling me in the local government is being controlled by all foreigners? And they are fighting, along with Karen Bass, against America. And they're darn proud of it. They're not afraid because they have removed the white people out of there. And all these South Central LA, Inglewood, Gardena, all the area being controlled by foreigners. The state and local government, the local government and state government are foreigners. How did that happen? And these people come here as foreigners, and they have brought their foreigners' ideas and all that. My country is gone. The 3 Iranian commanders were killed, and Trump hoped Iran will come back to the negotiation table. This is from Fox News.
Israel says it used more than 200 fighter jets to hit over 100 targets across Iran. In Iran, multiple explosions were heard near the Natanz nuclear power facility. There are reports this morning that center has been completely destroyed, although the International Atomic Energy Agency says that there has been no increase in the radiation levels at that facility. Fires broke out across Iran. Iranian state media today say that 3 military commanders in the Iranian regime were killed. 6 nuclear scientists were also killed. And Washington quickly responding. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio saying, quote, "We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region." And President Trump also telling our Brett Baier, quote, "Iran cannot have a nuclear bomb, and we are hoping to get back to the negotiation table. We will see. There are several people in leadership that will not be coming back."
Amazing, huh? Human beings fighting and killing each other. Where's the love? And it's all over ego. Really. On both sides. I realize if you're being attacked, you got to protect yourself, but it's still all ego. What a mess. Hell on earth working through human beings. You don't have to worry about going to hell. You're already in hell. When you wake up in the morning, rather than being afraid, you should say, "Good morning, hell." Because you love it. You want to be in hell. And when you're in hell, you take sides. You think you have something to defend. Because hell is dark, and you cannot see what you're doing. And you love the darkness. Because if you didn't love the darkness, you'll come out of the darkness. You're only there because you want to be in darkness. I want to show you this guy he's a foreigner. He's in our government, and he has foreigner mentality. He is not an American. He does not support America. Even though he's in American government. How did that happen? And this is all for the thrill of it. This man is working overtime as all the Democrats are doing now, to get their name out there. They want you to know who they are. And if you're black, they want you to know who they is. But if you're white, they want you to know who they are. They want their name out there. It's not about the people at all. It's about ego attention for self. But the most people are going to think, well, not the most, but the people that live in this are going to think it's about them, and it's not. Nobody even heard this man before this happened. And it looked like every Democrat want to get arrested. Trump, arrest me. Come for me. You got to arrest me. Arrest me. Ever since Donald Trump was arrested and went to court and all that, now everybody, and Baby Mama want to be arrested. Lord have mercy. Nobody wanted to be arrested before. Now everybody's just dying to be arrested. What manner of man is Donald Trump? Even his enemies want to be arrested now. It worked out for Donald Trump because he was on the right side. These people are not on the right side. And their arrests are going to be in vain. But they don't know that. There's this man, this is from NBC LA. There's this man by the name of Alex Padilla, a so-called senator. And he was removed from a news conference with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem yesterday. Watch this.
We are staying here to liberate this city from the socialist and the burdensome leadership that this governor and that this mayor have placed on this country and what they have tried to insert into this city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this. Also, I want to talk specifically.
Hands up, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the secretary, because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your hands off.
How many of our ICE agents have been doxxed?
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back.
If you let my hands go, put them behind my back.
All right, cool. One hand, lay flat, lay flat. Other hand, sir.
I'm a senator. I'm a senator. And you're breaking the law, sir.
There's no recording loud out here.
Amazing. And they show him walking down the hall, arrested and stuff like that. All for the thrill and attention. Nobody ever heard of Senator, what's his name? Podesta.
Alex Padilla.
Adam Padilla, whatever his name. It's all for the attention. Now everybody want to be arrested. And they begging to be arrested. And right after this, nearly all the Democrats went to the microphone. This guy held a press conference right after that. He went outside to have the press conference. He wants you to remember who he was, who he is. And then all the Democrats held press conference right after. It almost appeared to be planned that way. If ever we needed you, Lord, we need you now. You can have hell on earth or heaven. It's up to you. I suggest heaven, but that might not be what you want. A quick break, back in a moment. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor. Top quality. Specialty grade beans. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee. Welcome back. 888-775-3773. Rolling along. It's Black Friday and Open Line Friday. Couple announcement. Number one, the Hake Report is coming up at 9 a.m. this morning. The Hake, H-A-K-E Report. .com from 9 to 11. And he has a guest today. You know he's going to be on fire. His guest today is Kristen Noem. No, not Kristen Noem. Podesta. Who is your guest?
Krishan the Dawn.
Oh, right on. Krishan the Dawn. At 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's always an amazing, it's totally addition to what's happening when he's there. So you don't want to miss that. And then at 11 a.m. this morning, right after the Hake Report, a brand new episode of the Fallen State.tv. I had an amazing conversation with Kristen Van Nest. N-E-S-T. Nest. Are you back? She is a feminist, author, comedian, and actress. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Women are looking for love, but they're looking for a father's love.
Is it women who are looking for a daddy? My current partner is very comfortable with my goals.
Partners sound like a gay relationship.
Oh, we're not a gay relationship, so.
Do you love Trump?
No.
Do you have anger?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you a feminist?
Yeah.
Are you a real woman?
I don't know. What's a real woman?
Do you have a degree?
Yeah, I don't have a doctor's degree, though.
What the? It was amazing. You're going to love it. At 11 a.m. Pacific time. And you can become a member of the Fallen State right there on the YouTube channel or locals.com. Locals.com. All right, and I do appreciate it. You're helping us to help others. Thank you. And then the one, the only pilot on this side of heaven who were taught to be a pilot on Google. The American Anchor Baby. The American Anchor Baby. Right after the Fallen State.tv. Around 12 or so. Pacific time. Listen up. I was wrong yesterday. We are and do have the White History T-shirts available as of yesterday after the show. What the? You can now get your White History Month T-shirts. You know that July is White History Month. And I want all of you to tweet out, Instagram out, X out, and True Social out, Donald Trump, to recognize July as White History Month. All right? Just flood it out with it so he can recognize white. They recognize every other history month but White History Month. What the? I'm trying to avoid a white genocide in America, even though it's already happened. We celebrate White History Month. This is our 8th year, right, James?
This is our 9th year.
Really?
It's going to be our 9th year.
That's crazy. 9 years gone by already.
8 years gone by. We're doing
yeah,
our
right.
9th year.
It's like you asked about it. How old are you? I'm going to be 20 next month. How old are you now? So our 9th year. So tweet out to Donald Trump we'll celebrate our 9th year of White History Month, founded by a black man, and ask him to acknowledge it, White History Month. And get your T-shirts now so you'll be ready. The sooner you order them, the sooner you will get them. You can go to them because they're available. White History Month T-shirts are available. You know how it is when you're doing something white. It's hard to get it out there nowadays. But we finally figured out how to get the White History Month T-shirts. Go to JesseLeePeterson.shop. JesseLeePeterson.shop and get your White History Month T-shirt. All right, get your T-shirts. They are available at JesseLeePeterson.shop. And one last thing. This Sunday, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, not only is our fellowship Sunday at 11 a.m., doors open at 10:30, all are invited. It's Father's Day Sunday. Isn't that amazing? So at JesseLeePeterson.shop, great Father's Day gifts there for your dad. And you can do a shout out to your father. I would do it for you on Cameo, a personal shout out. Shout out to Dad. Go to Cameo, CAMEO.com/JesseLeePeterson. CAMEO.com/JesseLeePeterson. All right? And I get them back out really fast. We've been getting a lot of them lately. So if you want it on time, go to Cameo.com/JesseLeePeterson. Let's see here. Maria say Padilla.
Padilla.
Padilla is well known in the Hispanic community. I know, Maria, that's the problem. We got these foreigners running our country. You heard his name before?
I've heard that name before, yep.
Oh.
But I didn't know, or maybe I forgot that he was a senator. I think they put him in as a senator after somebody left or something.
Oh.
Maybe they voted him in, but it's relatively new that he's a senator. Alex Padilla.
Our friend Maria, thank you. Appreciate that, Maria. I had never heard of this guy. It's unfortunate, too, as I'm reading this. In our country today, there are nothing but separate communities. The Mexican got their communities, the black got their communities, the Asian have their community, the Mexican and Hispanic is the same thing, right?
Yeah, in your vernacular, yes.
And then the white people got their vicinity, even though everybody want to move in the white area, they don't want to move in all those other areas. The black folks have theirs. We'll divide it. What about united under God? Remember when that used to be pushed in America? We are all one. When I was growing up, I heard that all the time, that we are one nation under God. I thought it was true. And it was then. But not now. 888-7753-773. Let me go to first-time caller out of New Jersey. Jamil out of New Jersey. Jamil, welcome to the show.
Jesse. What up, Jesse?
All is well. Amazing.
Man, you don't know how much I love your show. I just started watching you, I think last summer of 2024, and it's been crazy. I'm black,
You black.
I used to be. I used to be into the black thing or whatever. But honestly, like when I first started hearing you, I thought you was cooning around, whatever. But
What the
now
Uncle Tom?
I'm starting to see the truth. Mainly, the main thing that I see the truth in is this whole forgive your mother thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that my mother was insane. I kind of seen it, like, because I have a lot of siblings and stuff where we kind of have different dads or whatever. You know how that goes. And, like, the anger thing, like, the attitude, the whoopings and everything, like, it did definitely shape me to, definitely made me in her image. So I didn't realize that I had to forgive her.
Yeah. And that's the problem with all black people, male and female, all people, but it's better. They think it's racism. They think their problems is on the outside, that they're coming from the outside, but they're really coming from within because they hate their mothers and grandmother. Anger is hatred, right? And they don't they know something is wrong between them and their mother, but they've been told it's something else, and they're not looking at that. And once they do what you have done, see that anger toward mama, that's when the truth starts to set them free.
Right. That's what I've been noticing. I've been noticing, like, for a large part of my life, I had, like, an attitude problem.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know, like, why I was, like, kind of, you know, some days, I don't know, like, I just didn't really want to work extra hard. I kind of, like, being lazy or whatever, like smoking pot.
Yeah.
Pot! And, like, just living a mess, trying to distract myself from something.
Yep. Amazing.
And I just didn't realize it until I started listening to you. So I'm going to just keep it short and just thank you, man. Thank you for the message.
You want? Did you go to your mother and forgive her?
No, I haven't.
And why not?
I don't know. That woman is too scary, bro.
She's scary?
Yeah. Yeah, my whole life, like, I had to hold my tongue against her. And so I forgive her internally, but I have not gone to her and actually said, you know what, Mom? I forgive you, and I was wrong for resenting you. I still have to do that.
And you're not gonna, the fear is not gonna leave you until you do it. And then the fear will disappear. And you don't have to be brave. You don't have to be of anything, but just do it. The truth doesn't need you to be in anything, but do it, shaking in your boots. And the only reason you're afraid of her is because you are angry at her. Anyone that has anger has fear. And so once you do it, as you've heard me say, don't have any expectation from her. Don't expect her to say she's wrong or not. Whatever she does, that's on her. But you will walk away a free man, and you'll be able to deal with your mother in the same way you deal with everyone. You will speak up. You will not be afraid. But you got to face her shaking in your boots.
You're right, man. I do, because I don't really talk to her that much. Like, maybe I don't live with her or anything. She's in Virginia, I'm in Jersey, but every now and then I'll call her like once every few months or something. And it's like we don't have that close of a relationship ever since we moved states or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, I gotta confront this thing. I feel like it's just affected me and molded me into like the false self so much.
Yep.
And it's just I'm just ready to overcome, really.
Well, go do it either by FaceTime or whatever, and the fear will disappear. Do the silent prayer, and you haven't seen anything yet. All right?
Yes, man. I appreciate the message.
All right. Stay with us. Stay with us. Stay with us. So what?
I'm going to call again.
Absolutely. Good to hear from you. All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Okay. And he's black. And he's black. Isn't that amazing? Let me go to first-time caller out of Maryland, Thomas. Amazing name, Thomas, in the Bible. Thomas, you're on the air.
Can you hear me?
No.
Okay. Hey, Jesse, I can't believe I'm talking to you right now.
Hey,
Really.
Thomas. Amazing.
Yeah, I was calling. I did the whole forgive your mother thing
Uh-huh.
about I don't know, a year ago or something. But it was amazing. I can't believe how much it worked. Nobody believes me. I go around and I tell everybody, and nobody believes me. I mean, it's like your whole life changes.
Yeah.
Your whole personality changes. I don't know what people just don't want to go and forgive their parents. I don't
Well,
get it,
they
but-
don't want the truth. They love the lie. They love the misery. That's why now that you have been healed, tell nobody. Just live your life. Don't go and tell it. And then you become a light, and those who are seeking the light will see it in you, and they will want to know what happened, how you became free. And you'll be able to tell those people who want to hear. But don't, now that you've been healed, go and live your life. Don't go and tell it, because they're not going to believe it. They don't, and they'll try to put the light out in you because the darkness in them hate the light. So you don't need to go around telling it.
Right. Yeah, I go to a college, there's a community college in Southern Maryland. And when that happened, I went around there and tried to tell everybody.
Yeah.
And they all turned against me.
Yes.
And they're all like, there's something wrong with him, or that just happened to you. That's not my problem. I'm like, bro, I can see it. Because you see all these guys walking around, and they can't even look you in the eye. They walk around with their heads down, headphones in. The girls are all walking around. They don't even have bras on or anything. They got their nipples all poking out.
Sluts.
And I'm like, and I'm like,
and slut makers.
Yeah. And it's just, and I try to tell them, and then they're like, no, that sounds like you got a lot of problems. I'm like, no, you got the same problem.
Yeah.
And then, but my brother did it too, and it worked for him too. And I'm like, so it's not just me. Because it was like, you do feel alone. Like nobody understands what you're talking about.
Absolutely. And so just stay on this journey. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. Even your family members, some of your family members will turn against you because they're going to hate the light as well. And your mother may try to build an army against you, and the rest of the family will join forces with her because they love the darkness as well. Forgive them and move on with your life. It only gets better.
Yeah, they did. She did try to do that. She went to like my cousin. I got a fat cousin.
A fat cousin?
She's fat, and she lives with her. I don't know if it's a husband or a boyfriend or what, but he's pretty beta, and we had to go forgive her. We had to go forgive her, me and my brother, because she moved in with my mother when they divorced. When my mother divorced my father, she moved into the new house with her.
Get rid of that dog. Who let the dogs out?
Sorry. Yeah. So she moved in there, and she started treating us the same way the mother was treating us. And we had to go forgive her. And yeah, she built a little bit of an army, but it fizzled out. Once you go forgive the people, it's like there's a totally new respect, and they can't even really talk to you after that. We did it with more than just our mother. It works with like everybody that you got problems with.
Yeah, and you won't have to walk around and forgiving everybody. You're gonna live that way. It'll be in your heart. You will not be able to hold anything against anyone for anything, for any reason, because you will have understanding. You will understand the spiritual battle of what's happening with them because you're now understanding what's happening with you. All right?
Yeah.
What a mess. Go ahead.
I got a question about the thoughts.
Okay.
So, the big thing with the thoughts is like, so my brother was like, well, we did the forgiveness thing, and then we do like the silent prayer. but then the thoughts are still there. He thought that you were saying, like, it goes away. I was trying to tell him, I'm like, no, it doesn't go away. You're going to have the thoughts all the time, but you got to, like, just ignore them, right?
Yeah, what happens is once you forgive, the light, the truth bring you out of your imagination, out of thoughts, so you can be aware of them, and then you stop calling them you, because they're all false identities that you have been immersed yourself into when you're made to be angry by your mother. And so you become aware of those thoughts, do nothing about it, but be aware of them, and then the light, which is God's nature in you, will destroy the dark thoughts. And eventually, they will all be gone, and you will have a clear mind. But you got to let the light take them away, and don't you overreact to them. Don't call them you. You just be aware. Go about your day, being aware, and the light will destroy the darkness, and eventually you will have a clear mind with no thoughts, except thoughts to how to build your house or buy your food and things like that. The practical thoughts that you need to survive.
Right.
But all those emotional, psychological, emotional thoughts, fear, loneliness, depression, suicidal thoughts, looking for love, doubt and worry and anxiety, and all those things will be taken away 100%. And don't worry about when it's going to happen. You just be aware, and it will happen.
All right. One more thing, I'm sorry, but so the whole Jesus is God thing. So, like, I left the Methodist church where they had a woman preacher.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that was a mess over there. They had, like, some trans whatever running around. And so I left there, and I found a really nice, like, they're not Amish, but they're kind of Amish church. But then they still say Jesus is God. And when I said that he wasn't God, they were like, what the? I just want to, like, quit. He's not God. Like, I don't know. Like, now I'm confused because I heard it from you and I was like, that makes sense. And when I did the forgiveness thing, I felt a fatherly love over me.
Yes.
And that's when I was like, yeah, it doesn't make sense that it wasn't Jesus, that was God, or, you know.
Nowhere in the Bible and or outside of the Bible or anywhere where Jesus ever said he was God. He made it clear.
Right.
He was the Son of God. My Father and I are one. My Father sent me to tell you you could be free. What I own, you own it too, because of my Father. So let those people believe that. Let them say that. Don't argue with them about it. You can't prove it, so don't try to prove it. And you just live your life. Let them think what they want. Leave them in hell. Because anyone that believes Jesus is God, they have no peace. Zero peace. Because they have turned Jesus into God instead of their brother.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Jesse. It was really amazing talking to you.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. All right?
All right. Yeah, thank you.
All right, buddy. I got to take a break. 2 more hours to go. Hate news, not the fake news. I'll be back. I totally disagree with the way things are going, but you can't be angry because that's what the enemy wants. He wants to control you. They do things to make you mad so they can control you. It's like being married, and the wife would do things to make you mad, or she'll do things to make you feel good. And men do that to women too when they want something from the woman, especially sex. They'll make her feel good, or they'll make her angry. And the woman's gonna have to say, you don't want to be angry. You want to speak up. You want to disagree with what's going on. It's wrong, but do not be angry. Then you won't have fear. You won't have doubt. You won't have worries. You'll be able to see, but you got to stay away from anger. That's why you must forgive your mothers and your fathers so that you can overcome the spirit of anger. It's a spirit and it's wicked. Nothing good in anger because it has no love, folks. You need love to defeat evil. And love is not a weakness. It's a strength. It's from God. It's his nature.
The Fulbright Scholarship Board is all resigning in drama. Bunch of lame-o liberals who are very political, trying to pretend like Trump is the political one. What a mess. Because they were trying to bring in a whole bunch of foreigners' scholarships on scholarships. It's terrible. And Israel-Iran attacks. There are attacks between Israel and Iran, mostly from Israel against Iran, or primarily anyway. That's what's prompted it big time. Yesterday, I hear, and Air India crash, at least 290 people died in that crash. You might have seen a little bit of it on American Anchor Baby and heard about it yesterday on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It's wild. This is the end of hour one of Black Friday, the 13th of June, AD 2025. I disavow. The lines are not full. There's one line open, actually. So you can call in right now, even during Hake News, Not Fake News. And JLP will be right back to your calls. And we'll get to your super chats as well and more great stories. Commie Nonsense Network, CNN, claims nearly all members of the Fulbright Foreign Scholarship Board have resigned after the Trump administration denied a substantial number of Fulbright awards to people who had already been selected for the 2025 to 2026 academic year. According to the board, which selects students, scholars, teachers, and others to participate in the prestigious cultural exchange program, the government also put 1,200 other foreign Fulbright recipients under an authorized review process. Okay, so I got it a little bit confused earlier in my reporting. 1,200 not denied. They're under an authorized review process. But a substantial number of them have been, of awardees, have been denied. Nice. By our greatest president, Trump. And I think that the Fulbright Overall Scholarship Board they are appointed by the president. And so I heard that they were Biden appointees, political Biden appointees. And I heard that Donna Brazile was the female chairman of some Fulbright board, at least as of 2022. I don't know. What a mess. So anyway, the award's proud legacy is dependent on one thing above all, the integrity, like they have any, of the program's selection based on merit, not ideology, and its insulation from political interference. You look at their pamphlet, their PDF thing, it has a whole bunch of like Muslim-looking women, blacks and others. It's all diverse and liberal and lame-o. Give me a break. So they're full of ideology and politically interfering with so-called education. That integrity is now undermined, the former board members wrote in a statement. Nice, good riddance. And meanwhile, in Israel and Iran, Israel has launched an unprecedented attack on Iran that targeted its nuclear program and military. A couple of people died. Terrible, those scientists. Maybe several people, a few. I don't know. Israel's 200 fighter jets hit dozens of targets, reportedly damaged the country's primary nuclear enrichment facility. I wonder if that's how they power their cities at all. I don't know. Nuclear scientists and key military leaders, including the commander-in-chief of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, Iran's highest-ranking military officer, and an aide to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, were killed. Wow. During the large-scale strike, Iranian civilians, Persians, reportedly felt the ground shaking and heard repeated explosions. Multiple videos showed flames and smoke billowing from the buildings across Tehran. That's the capital of Iran. In response, Khamenei vowed that Israel will face severe punishment for the attacks. Israeli citizens begun preparing by closing schools, securing medical facilities. They closed the airport, as you heard earlier this hour on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. Overnight, Iran launched 100 drones, reportedly, in a counterattack. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I'm Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the second hour of the show. You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. If you got to run around while the show is happening, you can still listen live as it is happening on your iPhone, iPad, or iPad by calling the listen line at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, we're going to get to the super chats. You can to comment and have your to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. /JLP Talk. buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It's Open Line Friday / and what you're about to see on this video was then. This is America I grew up in and what I remember and know about my country, right? It was amazing. This is then, and then after that, you're going to see what's happening now. Well, mess. It is Open Line Friday / Black Friday. That was then, and this is now. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
He black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? Anger. They hate their mothers and grandmothers. They have been turned away from the Father. That's all wrong. And they don't want to see it. Those who want to see it, they see it. I gotta say, my friend over in Israel, Toma, what the? Be careful over there, man. 888-7753-773. Let me go to the first time caller out of Tampa, Florida, Austin. Austin, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse. Thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Hey, listen, before we get started, I know that you're based in Los Angeles, so just want to say I hope you stay safe out there.
Back, speak right into your, Austin, speak right into your phone.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I was just saying that I know you're based out in Los Angeles, so I just wanted to let you know that you're in my prayers. I know there's a lot of craziness going on right now. So I hope you stay safe out there.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So listen, I had some questions.
Thelma, are you on a speakerphone or something? Because you keep going in and out. Hold on a minute, buddy.
All right.
Don't hang up. Let's try it again. Okay. Let's try it now.
Can you hear me okay?
I can, but stay with the phone. You're not on the Bluetooth or anything, are you?
I was on speaker, like your guy told me not to do. So
That's
sorry
amazing.
about that. So listen, I had some questions. I was going to talk about Israel and Iran because obviously, you know, that's a big part of scriptures is Israel, you know, being in the, you know, the final days, the war comes in, you know, and all that stuff. And I wanted to get your opinion on that. But I was listening to you talk to the previous caller, and he mentioned Jesus being Lord and God, and you said that he wasn't God, which kind of took me off guard because he is. So
he is. You say?
I was a little confused. So I wanted to talk with you about that because you mentioned in the scriptures how Jesus never says he's God, and that's just not true.
Let me ask you first. Did you say he? Did you say
scriptures?
Austin?
Go ahead.
Did you say he is God?
He is God.
And where did he say that he was God?
So there are times throughout the scriptures where Jesus talks about, seeing Abraham, and the Pharisees are asking him, like, hey, and I'm paraphrasing here, but they're saying, hey, how can you see Abraham? You're not older than us. Like, how? And then he talks about how, I am. He uses those words, I am, right? Which is, we both know what God said to Moses, right? So he's using the same language that the Lord used in the Old Testament. And just to add to that point, when they heard this, they picked up stones to stone him because they knew what he was saying, that he and the Father were one. And so they were going to stone him for that because that's blasphemy, right? So that's one part. There's other parts.
Stop right there because it's not Bible thumping through. Stop there. But where
I wrote
did
some
Jesus?
down here because I don't have them all memorized.
Austin
but,
can't hear me, huh? Austin, hold on.
You mentioned.
Hold on. There, apparently he cannot hear me. Is that true, Nick? I mean, your boy.
Sometimes that happens where people can't hear you very loudly. So
Why
if
not?
they're talking, they can't hear you.
Oh. Austin, don't talk. Don't hang up, Austin. I want to come back to you. We got to find out what's going on with the phone. I want to go to George from Ohio. George, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, what's up? Good morning.
Good morning, George.
Man, I waited because I wanted to try to tell you in a brotherly way that you're wrong.
About what?
About Israel.
What did I say about Israel that was wrong?
That what they're doing in this Iran strike is a good thing.
I just said it was good.
Okay, then correct me. What did you say?
I said, don't mess with the Jews. Don't mess with Israel. But I never, but I never said it was good or bad.
Do you support it?
I'm neither for it or against it.
Oh, okay, good. Well, that kind of takes care of that then. I still think that we should not be giving Israel money. We should not be supporting this war. The president, when he ran, he said that he was not going to go to war with Israel, or with Iran, excuse me.
He's not going to war with Iran.
But yet we are being dragged into this, don't you think?
He's not going to war with Iran. He's only protecting the bases over there in those different parts of the world, the American citizens over there. But he's not at war with anyone.
Well, that's good. Okay. Well, then, shoot, I guess happy Father's Day. You and Hake are invited to the cookout.
Right on. Thank you. Happy Father's Day to you, too. Thank you, buddy.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. 888-7753-773. Let me try Austin again. Austin, let's try it again. Where in the Bible did Jesus himself ever say that he was God? Not what the people said about him, but where did he say that he was God?
Hey, Jesse. Sorry, I was having some phone issues. I didn't hear you were trying to respond to me.
Oh, okay. I said, where in the Bible where Jesus said he is God? Not what the other people call him or what they had to say about him, but where in the Bible did he say, I am God?
Okay. What about in the book of John when the Pharisees talked to him about how he said he knew Abraham, and he says I am, and uses that same language. What about that?
But where in the Bible does it say, does he say, I am God? He said many times, I'm the Son of God. My Father sent me. I work for my Father, But where in the Bible did he ever say, I am God? Not what they said about him or how they misread him or misunderstood him. Where did he ever say he is God?
Okay, so he says, I and the Father are one.
Right. He and Daddy are one. But where did he say he was God?
Okay, I see what you're trying to do here.
What am I trying to do?
Do you understand the
What
Trinity?
am I trying to
works?
do? What am I trying to do?
Well, it obviously doesn't say that clearly right there, but there is.
So why are you saying that if he
throughout the Bible?
If he never said it about him, if he never said it about himself, why are you saying it?
He did say it. He just didn't use that exact language.
Where did he say that he was God?
In the book, in the Gospel of John, he talks about how him and the Father are one.
Okay, hold on with that. Hold on with that.
To know Abraham.
Sir.
Yes, yes.
Stop there. He said, my Father and I are one. Does that sound like one person or two people?
So the Holy Spirit.
No, stay with me. Hey, does that sound like one person or two people?
They are two people, yes.
Austin, when he said, my Father and I are one, does it sound like two people or one person?
Okay, I'm not sure I fully understand your question.
Okay, let me restate it. I know I'm black and slow, so I understand. When he said, my Father and I are one, does it sound like he's talking about one person or two people?
Well, he's saying two people, my Father and I.
If he was God, why would he mention his daddy?
Because there's something known as the Trinity. Okay, they're three separate persons.
No. Come back to the question. Come back to the question. If he was God, why would he mention his daddy?
Because the Father sent him.
So somebody else sent God, or
of the Father.
Somebody
God
else sent
incarnate.
Somebody else sent the Father, or somebody else sent the Son.
Say that again.
Someone else sent the Father, or did someone else send the Son?
No, the Father sent the Son.
Okay,
Jesus is God.
So God didn't send himself, right? God did not send himself. He sent the Son, right?
God came down in human form to earth.
There's nowhere in the Bible that says that. Nowhere.
It says that Jesus is the Word. The Word became flesh.
Okay. If you want to hang on to that, I wish you would. Do you have perfect peace?
I do.
You have perfect peace.
Yes, I trust in my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
You never get angry.
If it's righteous, I do.
Do you ever get angry?
Sometimes.
You get angry, but yet you have perfect peace? How can you have both?
Well, because I lift that up to the Father. I have peace through Him.
No, you don't. You don't have peace at all. I promise you don't.
Brother, I do. Let me tell you.
No, you don't.
Listen, I'm worried that you're leading young men astray.
You don't have
I think
peace.
You're doing great work with the family.
There's more.
But the gospel.
That's more proof that you don't have peace because you worry.
Well,
a person
I'm worried
of
about
peace.
Your salvation.
A person of peace don't worry.
I don't believe that's true.
So how can you have peace and worry? Worry is of the devil. You can't serve two gods.
No, I agree.
So how can you worry? So how can you worry and have peace?
Don't people pray and lift their concerns up to the Lord?
Yeah, because they're dumb.
No, come on.
No, they are.
That's unfortunate you feel that way, Jesse.
Why is that?
Because, I mean, the Bible calls us to lift up our troubles in prayer to God.
Where is that?
Who watches over us.
Where is that?
I mean, you keep asking me for all these references. I know you're a pastor, so you know the word. I'm shocked you're saying you're not agreeing with a lot of the stuff I'm saying. These
where
are
is that,
biblical truths.
Austin? Where is that?
I don't have my Bible in front of me, and every time I go on speaker, you can't hear me. So I'm not able to reference the
But let me tell you this, because it's not Bible Thumper Thursday, get ready and call me back on Thursday with the word, and we'll have more time to put into it, all right?
I'll be praying for you.
No, you don't.
I mean that sincerely. I really do.
But you don't know what to pray for. How you going to pray for me?
I'm going to pray that the Lord opens your heart.
See, I told you didn't know what to pray for. What?
What's that?
I told you didn't know what to pray for, so how you going to pray for me when you don't know what to pray for?
You know, I'm just going to put that in his capable hands.
All right. Thank you, buddy.
Take care.
All right. Amazing. Super chat. Super
chats. Alex Stein, maybe a different one, is now a JLP show member, or maybe the same. Don't know.
Right on.
I do not dox.
If it's the same one, I was just on his show the other day. It should be coming up soon.
Exciting.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Don is now a member on buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk.
Thank you, Don. Oh, amazing. Helping us to help others.
Gregatron, is everything okay at your little network?
How's your little business?
First, you said there's no White History Month T-shirts this year.
Well, we got them. We now have them. Go to JessieLeePeterson.shop. It's hard getting white stuff out there, buddy. It ain't easy. But we finally figured out how we can sell the T-shirts for White History Month. T-shirts. So go to JessieLeePeterson.com. JessieLeePeterson.shop. We have them.
Now there's no more Joel Friday TV. I like Joel Show. What's going on?
No Joel Friday TV. Amazing. Thank you. But you can get the White History shirts. Amazing.
Anthony on Cash at Black Friday. Jungle Love. Morris Day in the time. Hail Wakanda. Big A spiders. Big A spiders and monkeys. No snacks.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony, for the Cash apps.
Yeah.
Someone bought our coffee. Thank you for everything you have done and will do for me. You have changed my life, man.
Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. It's amazing.
Jesus, we got it. Thank you, sir. Someone bought 5 coffees. Going to have you try your recipe for hot dogs with peanut butter on brown bread. Good.
Oh, my God. You're about to have the treat of a lifetime. Take one piece of bread, either boil the hot dog or you can fry it, I guess, and put some peanut butter on that bread, and then put that hot dog on it. Oh, Lord. You're going to be like, oh, Lord, not Joyce, Lord. You're going to enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Thank you.
Nice. Also, on, by the way, you're not supposed to say, oh, my God.
Why not?
It's kind of like taking God's name in vain or something. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I was raised not to say that.
That's because
you're supposed to say, oh, my gosh.
That's because you're a homegrown Christian.
I said, I learned oh, my gosh before I even knew there was an oh, my God. So I don't say gosh instead of God. Anyway, Wojciech. Well,
thanks for the info.
Pardon me for butchering your name, Wojciech, and plus I'm stomping all over the super chats with my input. 1981 Operation Opera, same thing. No World War III, it's okay.
Nice. Amazing. Thank you.
Something to look into, perhaps. Jack Speed Freak Joe, new member on Jesse Lee Peterson channel.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Depressed Toilet Jesse, I have the same B-Day as the Great White Hope.
Right on.
Does this mean I can be the president one day?
Absolutely.
Not 6 foot, though. Maybe I can borrow DeSantis' high heels.
You can do whatever you want in life if you want it. It's amazing. Thank you.
SM Jameson over on pilled.net gifted the can. Weird how there was a large internet outage yesterday around the time Israeli INC launched on attacks on Iran. Weird.
Amazing. Don't mess with the Jews. Don't mess with Israel. Amazing. Thank you.
Madeline, happy Black Friday, team. Biblical question.
Thank you, Madeline.
Do you think for yourself?
The biblical question, do you think for yourself?
No, Jesse, I do not think for myself. Satan thinks for me. That's why I work to stay in the present and not in thoughts. Cute, white, and free.
Amazing. I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday. Thank you.
That's right. She liked that. Jermaine bought a coffee. Daddy, Trump is home, L.A., to restore chaos back to order in the homes. And Mama doesn't like it because she likes to be in control. Fake power.
Yeah.
But the children, the people in L.A. have already identified with the evil who's controlling them. Gavin Newsom scam. What a mess.
I was thinking about Gavin Newsom the other day, how wicked this man is.
Yeah.
Gavin Newsom is pure evil. He loved nobody, not even his own family. This guy is a mess. Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you. Greg with 3 coffees. Good morning, Jesse.
That's right.
Put some respect on that man's name. Just watch your Fallen State with Charleston White and laughed so hard it hurt. Major truth bombs in it, too. Viewer discretion advised. Mind blown emoji.
Check out that episode on the FallenState.tv with Charleston. What's his last name?
White.
Charleston White. Amazing. Thank you.
Another from Depressed Toilet. Jesse, no joke. When I forgave my mom, I was holding a loaded shotgun. Does it still count? I didn't know I was going to do it at the time. Unexpected.
Nice. No, you don't need to go back now, so you can go away with your gun. Amazing.
Uncle Ruckus, why do people say sending my thoughts and prayers? My thoughts. Hope you feel better. Knocker, something on a zebra.
Because they're emotional and they've been taught the wrong way. Amazing. Thank you.
Depressed Toilet says, I think she was tearing up, not because I was forgiving, but because she couldn't do anything to me at that moment. Lately, she's really backed off now.
Nice. That's amazing. Stay with it.
Piece in the puzzle. I actually really liked Hake's show yesterday. Very interesting call-ins.
Yeah.
That's a subscriber on a Rumble. Nice.
The Hake Report, folks, is amazing. Make sure you check it out at 9 a.m. from 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. It's amazing. Thank you.
Paula, happy Black Friday. Brown heart emoji.
Thank you. I appreciate your support.
Pastor Shadowley on Pilled Gifted the Shades. People always quoting, for I know the plans I have for you, but never, so then I, the Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, will turn against you and destroy all Judah, LOL. The cherry picking is amazing.
Amazing. They want what feels good to them. Amazing. Thank you.
Anthony on Cash at Black Friday. Sales end Tuesday. Cash only.
That's right. Thank you.
Roy, I'm a senator. All for the thrill of it.
That's all.
I don't give a darn if he don't come home, Paul. I won't accept
him. Nice. Thank you.
Hannah's generous 10 coffees. Say it loud, say it clear. Jesus is the Son, not the Father, dear. Man, these people who believe Jesus is God are lost. I'll be praying for you, Jesse, laughing. Thank you, Jesse. My future children will be known as Petersonian Christians. Big smile.
That's right. It's amazing how they were told that Jesus was God. And then when they were told that, they believed it. And now when they read the Bible, they read that into the Bible themselves. Nowhere Jesus said it, right? But they just take words and Satan tells them that's what it meant because somebody else told them that. What a mess! But okay. Thank you.
Mike Young, hey, Jesse, one of the Beach Boys died at 82. What do you mean, one of the Beach Boys? He's not just one of the Beach Boys. He's Brian Wilson.
Thank
Mike
you.
Young.
Thank you, Mike.
But thank you, sir.
May his soul rest in peace. Hate mentioned that on his show yesterday, I believe.
Yeah.
Talking about him. The Beach Boys were amazing.
Mr. Zoe, 177 gold pills on pilled.net. Jesse Lee Peterson.
Thank you.
Elizabeth, 5 coffees. Buenos dias, Jesse. Dime lo que. Great caller earlier today. You will no longer feel offended once you realize your ego devil in you wants to feel offended so you can get upset and angry.
Yeah.
Thoughts keep bringing you back to the darkness. Just see it, stop reacting, be aware, enough to see it, forgive, move on.
That's right, Elizabeth. Amazing. Thank you.
Bendiciones to you and the team. Feliz Dia de los Padres.
Feliz Navidad.
And white hands.
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad?
Yeah. What does that mean?
That means Merry Christmas.
Amazing. I got to stop there.
Okay.
Remember where you stop. Thank you.
I will.
I'll come back to them because of time. Thank you. Let me go to Jerome out of New Jersey. Jerome, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Jerome.
Jesse, why you be talking about Trump like that all the time?
Like what?
Every time it seems like I listen to the show this week now, or any time now, it's always, what manner of man is this? The wind and the seas obey him. Why you be talking like he God?
Because it's amazing that his enemies obey him, the world obey him, and everything he touched turned to gold. Don't you find that amazing? What manner of man is this?
But you said the wind and the seas obey him. You didn't say enemies. You said like nature obeys him, like God does.
Yeah, the nature obeys him as well. How am I wrong?
The nature doesn't obey any man.
How do you
Trump
know?
is not God.
How do you know it doesn't?
The nature obeys no man. Trump is not God. He is a regular man. I don't care what good he's doing. He's just a man.
Have I ever said he was God?
Yes, when you said the nature and the wind and the seas obey him, that is reserved for God and God only, no man.
Oh, that's an interesting. Are you a Christian, Jerome?
That has nothing to do with our conversation.
It does, and then I'll tell you why in a minute. Are you a Christian?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not? Oh, well, no wonder. But let me ask, do you believe the wind and the sea will obey a man?
I just said no.
And why not? Why you don't believe that?
Because Jesse, I just told you that is reserved for God and God only. So nature obeys no man, whether it be the seas, the wind, the earth, the ground, none of it obeys man.
And why do you say it won't?
Stop talking about Trump like that.
Why do you say it won't?
I just told you, Jesse. I'm not about to keep on saying it.
But Christ said it would. It will obey you.
He did not say that.
Yes, he
Where
did.
In the Bible did it say? Where in the Bible did Christ say that the wind and the seas will obey Trump?
Remember when they were on the boat, and while
I
Christ
don't remember nothing.
Let me tell
there.
you why. And remember when they were on the boat, and the disciple was like, "Right on, Christ, you the man. You the wind and sea obey you, everything." And Christ like, "Okay, cool. That's enough praise. I'm gonna take a nap." And so he went to sleep to take a nap. And when he went to sleep, the wind and the sea started to ramble around again and shake and carry on. And the disciple was like, Christ, wake up. The wind and the seas are starting to carry on again. And Christ like, oh. He was like, I thought y'all said that I was all that and you understood. And then he said, you could have told the wind and sea to be still, and it would have. What do you say about that?
He said that to Jesus, not man.
No, he's talking to the men in the boat, man.
He wasn't talking to them. He did it. Not that no man in the boat did it. Jesus only.
But he told them they could have done it too.
No, he did not.
Yes, he did.
That, Jesse.
No,
he didn't.
Yes,
no,
he did.
No.
Yes.
Where?
In the
I want
Bible.
you to tell me this. Yeah, okay. No, he didn't.
Yes,
you
he
do
did.
This every single time I call in. You say that something the Bible says and it never says it, and you just claim that it says it. But
so
you never
are you
have any
saying
proof of
that
it.
when he said, "Why you guys freaking out?" You could have told the wind and sea to be still.
He never said that, Jesse.
How do you know?
I read the Bible. It never said
But I
that.
thought you said
Do
you're
have
not
the
a
verse where it says
Christian.
it? I don't need to be a Christian to read the Bible.
What you doing reading the Bible? You ain't no Christian, man.
I used to be a Christian, so I used to read the Bible.
Oh, but you didn't read that part.
I did. You didn't.
So you didn't read the part where he told the disciples that you could have told the wind and sea to be still.
I just told. Okay, so point me out the verse.
So you did not read that.
No, I'm telling you, point me out the verse, and I'll go read it, and I'll make sure this time that you have it right and I have it wrong, and I'll fall back and say, you know what, Jesse got me this time.
Well, just read the Concord. You'll find it.
The who chord?
Somebody chord in that Bible. Thank you, Gerard. Appreciate it. I got to take a break. Back in a moment. Steve, thank you for calling and thanks for holding. How have you been helped by the show?
I'm going to tell you this. I believe you might go down in history as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, black man that ever lived on planet Earth, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know anybody before you that's been that great. You know, freeing the slaves is one thing, but you've been freeing people of their mind, which matters, it should be anyhow, to you more than anything else, because with the mind not being right, there ain't nothing else going to happen right anyway.
If you can doubt every thought because you're not your thoughts, if you can doubt every thought, knowing that you're not your thoughts, you don't create them, they're not from God, that they're from the deceiver, the great deceiver, Satan. If you can doubt every thought, you can be free just like that. At an instant. Bring every thought into captivity. It's so amazing. We got to tell the truth, and it's the truth that changes and defeats the lie. You choose good or you choose evil. You choose good or you choose evil. It's up to you. You got to think for yourself. Think for yourself. And if you decide to go with evil, it's your fault. I want to show you what evil look like. They have nothing else.
Nice song. Amazing. 888-7753. 773-888-77-JESSE. You can be free or you can stay in your prison. Really. Stay in your prison. God's not going to bother you about it. He ain't going to be mad about it. The Son, Jesus, not going to be mad about it. Jesse, not going to be mad about it. Stay in your prison and suffer and die. It's up to you. And I know most people love their prison. They love their misery. They love the thrill of fate feeling good and fate feeling bad. They love it. So stay there. Couple announcements. Check out Punchy's coffee. It is so good. It really, I have my own coffee now. And every bag that you buy goes back to the nonprofit barn. You're helping us to help others. Not only are you getting amazing coffee, but you're also helping us to help others. And the merch with Punchy's coffee is at JesseLeePeterson.shop. And the merch is amazing. T-shirts, hats, mugs, amazing T-shirts. Also, you can get Tom like a mug. Your daddy didn't leave you. He left your mama. Amazing tar baby. Oh, I could go on and on and on, but I won't. Also, you can get July is coming up, and July is White History Month. I have a nice year of celebrating it, if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise. I can't believe 9 years come July will have gone by that fast, and we'll be celebrating White History Month. 9 years. And so many people are joining us now around the world. Thank you. And so, two things. Fax, email, text, Twitter, True Social, Donald Trump, or TikTok, Donald Trump, and tell him we would love for him to recognize White History Month this year. That we've been celebrating, if the Lord is willing, it's coming July, 9 years. And we would love for him to recognize it, all right? So for your T-shirts and all the merch, you can go to JesseLeePeterson.shop or rebuildingtheman.store, rebuildingtheman.com/store. Oh, now hate telling me it's been 8. It will be 8 years. I thought it was 8 years, but the white man said 9 years. I went with that. Oh, beta. It's 9 years. 8 years coming this year. I thought it was. My bag. In this July, if the Lord is willing, 8 years of celebrating White History. So I asked the president if he would appreciate it, recognize it. All right? And check out all my books. They're amazing. Really. From Raised to Responsibility. And I will sign the books to anyone that you would like for me to sign them to. From Rage to Responsibility. Scam, how the black leadership exploits black America. And this little small pocket guide, we use it for our entrepreneur program and for people who have jobs and everything. If you do those steps, they work. The 7 guarantees steps to family financial success guide. And last but not least, the antidote, healing America from the poison of hate, blame, and victimhood. All right? A lot of stuff there. So go to Rebuilding the Man. You can buy your father some of those books too. He will love them. And so will you. Go to JesseLeePeterson.shop or rebuildingtheman.com/stores. All right? I want to just show you one quick thing here that I asked, what manner of man is this? Donald Trump. The wind and sea obey him, and the enemies around the world obeys him. Well, you know how he's gathering the illegal aliens and shipping them back home? And the Democrats and the liberal media, and apparently some of the Christians are trying to stop him, but they can't stop him. Everything they try seems to fail. NBC LA is reporting that the military troops activated in Los Angeles will continue to stay in the city after a federal appeal court paused a previous order from a judge that gave control back to California. Trump let no, hold up. And now the military is going to stay here. That should be amazing to you. Watch this from NBC LA.
Los Angeles at the center of a legal battle between the Trump administration and California Governor Gavin Newsom. Thursday afternoon, federal judge Charles Breyer ruled President Trump unlawfully took control of the California National Guard over the weekend. Newsom praising the decision, saying the judge made it clear Trump is bound by the Constitution.
Today is a big day for the Constitution of the United States, for our democracy, and I hope it's the beginning of a new day in this country where we push back against overreach. He is not a monarch, he is not a king, and he should stop acting like one.
In his 36-page ruling, Breyer claimed Trump exceeded the scope of his statutory authority by failing to issue the order through the consent or request of the governor. He also said that the protests in Los Angeles fell far short of a rebellion against the government, which would allow a president to take control of a state's troops. Moments after Breyer's ruling was issued, the Trump administration filed an appeal, and just hours later, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals granted a stay, allowing Trump to retain control of the California National Guard in Los Angeles until at least the next hearing set for next Tuesday.
I rest my case. Amazing, huh? It's a riot. And your own governor and stupid mayor do not want to protect the people. They'll protect the criminals, the lawbreakers who broke the law to get here. And they'll protect them because they want new voters. They want more money. It has nothing to do with the illegals. They don't care about the illegals, as they don't care about the legals. They care about money and power. That's all it's about. It's not about you at all. Or them. But, as I said, don't mess with Israel. Don't mess with Florida. I bet you won't take this mess down to Florida. A different rule down there, buddy. Watch this. The Newsweek is reporting Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has said Floridians have a right to hit protesters with their car if they need to flee for your safety. Watch this.
And we also have a policy
that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck and let the mob grab you out of your car and drag you through the streets. You have a right to defend yourself in Florida.
I rest my case. There was a police chief down in Florida with a press conference, and he said something like, and I don't know exactly, he like, if y'all come down here and y'all spit on us or y'all hit us, your family gonna have to come looking for your remains. They're not gonna put up with that at all. And so now, I bet this black woman wish she was in Florida. Because here she is, if you're black, she's trying to get to work. And these people are stopping her, and she is a black woman. Yeah, what about the black woman? I thought the black woman was the queen. And y'all supposed to let the queen do what the queen want to do. This woman probably wish she lived in Florida now. New York Post is reporting a Big Apple, they call it mom, but I say mother. Big Apple mom will feel begging anti-ICE protesters to let her get to her job as they block traffic on Tuesday. Watch this from X.
I have a kid. If I know, and these people are having their children taken and their parents. What about my kids?
Look at this.
Then what happens to my kids? I can't help it. This is what. But you can if you could just move out the way. We're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do? No, it's not.
How do y'all as white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
Oh no, not work. I care so much.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
It's like, oh no, not work. When you stopping a black woman from going to work, now the earth's supposed to move. It's a black woman. The whole earth will move, let the black woman by. A black woman. You don't mind stopping a black woman? You don't care about stopping a black woman from going to work? What the? That's the mentality of black women. They think whatever they want, they can do it because they're black. Even though these people are wrong for being in the way. Who do these people think they are that they can block you because they are having a stupid cause that doesn't mean anything to them anyway, except ego. And they're going to stop somebody from going anywhere. You can't do that mess in Florida. Go down to Florida and try that. Let's see what happens. 888-7753-773. Let me go to Chicago and talk to first-time caller David out of Illinois. David, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse, what's up?
All is well, David.
I had a quick question.
Okay.
About spanking your kids, if it's okay.
To do what now?
To spank your kids.
Oh. If you were being guided by the light, perfect love, rarely would you have to spank your kids if you had love. And go ahead.
Oh yeah, because I had run into a situation where I had like I don't normally spank my kids. I'm pretty cool, and I get along with my family, and everything was okay. But in this particular situation, I spanked him, and I guess I got in trouble with the school because I had scratched his ear, and I got DCFS called on me. So I was just wondering if it's okay to raise your hands to your kids at all.
Number one, the school has no right to tell you anything about your own kids, your own child, your own kid. Not at all. But and there are times where you may have to spank them, a little bit, but not beat them or anything. But there are times where you have to do that. But they are rare, especially if you and the mother had love. Rarely will you have to do that.
Yeah, that's probably an issue as well. That's her problem, about her deal. But and then another question.
Did they take your kid?
No. It's just they're just investigating. They want me to take him to a doctor to see if he's okay. But I'm just oh my goodness, I can't. Like my own household is like I couldn't do anything because they're like he's in the school.
Why don't you take
So
him
they,
out of the school and let your wife homeschool
Yeah.
him?
Yeah, I'm going to because what happened right now was like crazy. It's like, I didn't even invite these people over, and they're like trying to like find out what's going on. And I'm like, what? This is like none of your business.
Just imagine that these evil people think that they have the right to come into your home and tell you how to raise your family or anything that's in your own home. You have these evil people that the government has said you can go into this man's home and do whatever you want. That's crazy.
It is. Unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. I don't think it's like a big deal. Obviously, it'll.
It is a big deal. The fact that they think they can do it and then come to your door to ask to come in and look at your household, that's evil.
Yeah, I didn't let him in. I let
Good.
him like talk to me outside, but I was like, you guys are not even supposed to be here. I didn't call you.
Nice.
And they were just doing their thing, and I was like, and they were like, oh, we're gonna get a warrant for your arrest if you don't cooperate. I'm like, oh, great.
I would never put my child in a public school. You're
I'm
putting
not going to
them in
next year.
hell.
Yeah. And then another quick question about is it okay to teach my son like how to physically defend himself if we are
Absolutely.
to put our arms down?
Absolutely.
Like, you know how you say like put your weapons down, but like
No, just
how does
tell
that
them.
work?
When I say put your weapons down, I mean don't argue with anyone. Don't try to prove anything to anyone. But it doesn't mean don't protect yourself physically, but I'm talking about spiritually. Spiritual. Don't argue with anyone and try to prove anything to anyone about anything. But you should definitely teach your son and daughter how to physically protect themselves. Absolutely.
Great. One more quick question: is there a difference? Like, obviously, I have a daughter, and I never hit her. Maybe I might have like touched her maybe once, like and just like a quick little pet in the butt. But like, is there a difference between a woman and a boy child to be raised, or is it the same?
It's the same. You raise them the same. The girl's going to be interested in dolls and different things, and the boy's going to be interested in other things. But you teach them, you raise them the same with perfect love. You raise them to be independent. You raise the girl to, to do what girls do, ladies do. But you just treat them both the same with perfect love.
Sounds wonderful.
Amazing,
Thank you, Jesse.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I know. Stay with it.
Okay, bro.
All right. Bye. Amazing. Brandy from Hawaii. Brandy, you're on the show. You're on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse.
Good morning.
I calling to answer the biblical question.
Do you think for yourself?
At first, I said, yeah, of course I think for myself. But then I started thinking, wait, all thoughts are all lies, so I definitely don't think for myself. It's like what Paul says, something in me is controlling me, good and bad. So no, I do not think for myself.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate that, and I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
All
I
right.
also I've noticed doing the silent prayer, I've noticed I'm remembering more and more and more of like my childhood that I guess have like blocked out. And I just wanted to say that looking back, I realized that I've always known the silent prayer was the way. I'm remembering that I used to do it all the time as a kid, more and more. The more I do it, I'm like, oh, I'm remembering doing it. So I wanted to thank you for that.
You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And all you want to do now is to become the observer. You're not the creator of life. I'm not the creator of life. I am the observer. And just let life happen. And you don't have to try to make life happen. You don't have to do anything but be aware. And it's just going to happen naturally. So stay with it.
Okay, yeah. I can't stop. I'm like too far.
That's right.
I've actually just noticed the other day, I noticed that, so I post your biblical questions, and so I noticed that I've been watching you for at least 5 years, because I just saw one of your biblical questions popped up. What are you trying to gain in life? Was from 2 years ago.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I find it funny because I look back at my memories, and sometimes the biblical questions from a year or 2 years ago kind of matches up with my life now. Or there are even times that you have had biblical questions that almost match that ones that happened a few years ago. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's amazing.
That's amazing. When you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. No matter what happens out there in the world or what happens inside your imagination, thoughts, you just stay with it. All right?
Okay. Because, you know how I told you I started my own business?
Yes.
Recently, my cleaning business. So I've advertised like crazy. I've been going to all the realtors and giving them my card. And I got signs, and I just put some signs up. And I haven't been getting as many calls as I thought I would be. And, of course, the thoughts
Well, the
are going
problem
crazy,
is you
like,
thought you
you're an
were.
idiot.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Don't be double-minded. You just do what you see to do, and you just take one day at a time, one call that come in, and just go with the opportunity. Don't think about the outcome, all right?
Okay.
I wish you well. Thank you for responding to the biblical question, all right?
Thank you. I'll talk to you guys soon.
All right now. Super chat. Super.
Super chats. Mike Young, rest in peace. Brian Wilson died at age 82.
May his soul rest in peace.
Pastor Chatelet on a Rumble rant. Caller not a Christian, but tick about the orange man bad. Big smile. It's reserved for God, who I don't believe in. Indeed.
Amazing. Thank you.
Anthony on Cash App. Jesse, can you sing California Girls by the Beach Boys?
No.
I wish they all could be California Girls. So nice.
I totally remember that song now that he's singing that, but I can't just do it when someone tell me to. Sometimes I can.
Right.
But I do remember that song.
It's a white song.
And it was amazing. Thank you.
Sort of white.
California Girl.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Jackie bought a coffee. This is amazing, Jesse. I was dealing with doozies at work and at night having trouble with snoozies, but the silent prayer helped. He black.
Right on. Stay with it. You black. Stay with it.
JV the Great, John 14:12, that those who believe in him will do greater works than he did. And that's a quote.
I rest my case. Thank you.
Wojciech. Pardon me if I'm butchering your name, as always. Brian Wilson, he dead.
I know. Did they talk about him in the news?
It wasn't in CNN's morning updates yesterday.
I don't remember hearing anyone on the news.
I'll have to check to see if it is.
Maybe the local news here in California, I think I heard something about it. But other than that, it hasn't been a big deal.
No love for the old white man.
They don't love the white people.
And we'll have to read the rest later, guys.
Let me take a quick break. When I come back, straight to the phones and your super chats. Hate news, not the fake news. One more hour to go. Back in a moment. We have a counseling service, and I have to admit, thanks to God, it is the best counseling service on this side of heaven. I counsel with men and women, families, individuals around the world. Most people are unhappy, they're miserable, they have rough lives, they're depressed, suicidal, young and old, of all races. I understand, I know why, and I do understand it. Because exactly what's happening in me is happening with everybody outside of me, inside of them. And I've noticed that with those who really, really, really want to understand, they overcome it just like that. Out of one counseling session. If you need counseling, you can go to rebuildingtheman.com or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-BOND. Best counseling service on this side of heaven.
Some serious mess going on in the world, including the Congress. Lord, they're trying to do the Doge cuts, make them into law. And the immigration protests, meaning the pro-illegal riots and degeneracy, it's terrible. And extreme weather, crazy. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Black Friday. Everybody loves the blacks. If they love anybody, then they love the blacks. If they love nobody, they don't love the blacks. And there is one line open. You can call in 1-888-775-3773. That's 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, no I in Jesse. JLP will be right back for the third and final hour of the show today. And after that, the Hake Report. I'm going to have Krishan, the Dawn of the Misfit Nation, on with me. Make sure you join. He is great, and you can get at him with your phone calls because he's a crypto-liberal or whatever, a mixed-race anti-white guy or whatever. But anyway, you're welcome to call in, super chat. And then after that, the Fallen State before the American Anchor, baby. The Fallen State with that female comedian. Will she be funny? I don't know. Shout out. At least 290 people died when an Air India jet crashed soon after departure from an airport in Ahmedabad, India yesterday, according to Commie Nonsense Network, CNN. The plane, a Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, you may have heard about it on the Jesse Lee Peterson Show yesterday, and the American Anchor Baby yesterday. I think it was 2 days. I don't know. I'm confused now. Maybe, is this a different? Whatever. It was en route to London when it crashed, hitting a hostel for doctors. The death toll includes 241 passengers and crew on flight AIAL 171, as well as people on the ground, whatever. Only one passenger, a British national, survived. I think I saw his bloodied face on a stretcher or something. I don't know. 3 officials from India's National Air Disaster Response Force said the flight recorder had been located. Per Boeing, it's the first major incident involving a 787 Dreamliner since the aircraft entered into the service in 2011. Wow. However, the aerospace giant has had to deal with numerous safety incidents in the last several years, including fatal crashes and quality issues, not to mention poor maintenance, something like that, I guess. And Doge cuts. The GOP-led House narrowly passed some federal spending cuts that the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, sought to make unilaterally. The vote Thursday to cancel $9.4 billion in federal spending, that's dollars, American dollars, so-called, in foreign aid and public broadcasting, looked like it was going to fail. Then Representative Nick LaLota of New York and Nebraska Representative Don Bacon both initially voted no. They changed their votes in the final moments. Exciting. If approved by the Senate, the legislation would cut $8.3 billion for USAID, Agency for International Development, dumb stuff, that would provide humanitarian assistance, healthcare, disaster aid, hunger relief. Dumb. It would also slash $1.1 billion for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, which funds NPR and PBS. So we'll see what happens. Are they going to codify Doge into law? It's up to the Senate. Don't have high hopes for them, but perhaps. And Trump would sign it into law, I'm sure, right? Immigration protests hours after a district court judge ruled Trump had unlawfully federalized thousands of members of California's National Guard and ordered him to return control of the troops to the state, the degenerate state. That's Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newscam, as Super Chatter called him. Ninth Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals put that ruling on pause Newsom had sued Trump and the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth after Trump put in the National Guard against his will. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I can't keep up. I don't even really care. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP. Hour 3.
Got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Welcome to the third hour of the show already. What the? You can get involved by calling 888-7753. 773-888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, a doozy. Do you think for yourself? Do you think for yourself? Do ya? Amazing question. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show. jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you are out and about running around and not able to just sit and watch the show, but you'd like to hear it as it is happening, you can. You can podcast. You can listen on your iPhone or iPad, no matter what you're doing, lifting weights or running or jogging or whatever, by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go to Buy Me a Coffee. BuyMeACoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It is Open Line Friday and Black Friday. I love the blacks.
You do make disparaging remarks towards black people.
He black.
I want to make sure we agree on that first.
No, we disagree.
Hold on.
I want to ask.
Well, and the things that you do, I just like I say, I want to hate you, but something won't let me.
Hey,
what?
What's wrong with the blacks? Amazing. A spiritual battle, a warfare between good and evil. So with all this mess going on in the country right now, and Trump is deporting the illegal aliens back to their country, back home. And the people are mad you're sending somebody else back home. Think about that. And these people enter your home illegally. And now you're sending them back home, and you're supposed to be mad? That doesn't make sense. But the Mexicans want the blacks to help them. What the? And blacks and Mexicans don't even like each other. They don't like each other. Blacks and Hispanics, Mexican, whatever you call them, do not get along. They hate each other. But the media and the so-called Mexican leaders want you to think that the blacks and the Mexicans get along. They don't. If you tell me, visit South Central L.A. or anywhere, you'll see. Here's a video of a Latino man arguing that black Americans should support Mexicans during the Los Angeles riot because Mexicans helped black people during slavery. I don't even know if Mexicans existed during slavery. I don't think they had Mexicans at that time. But watch this from X.
Good afternoon, guys. The reason I'm doing this video is because I just got to put my 2 cents in real quick. I've been seeing a lot of beautiful black people make a lot of videos talking about, about the protest that's going on in LA. And there's a lot of content creators that are black talking about, let's not help them, let's mind our own business. It's their turn, it's their time, and it just goes to show me that there's a lot of black people that don't know their history. In 1829, a lot of black people migrated to Mexico because of enslavement. When you all were enslaved, right, a lot of you guys ran to Mexico and sought help. And guess what we did? We helped. It was in 1837 that Mexico banned the slavery, that said, no human being should be a slave, right? Even more black people migrated to Mexico. So we helped y'all. We gave you the hand when y'all needed it. You see what I'm saying? So, let's know our history before we open up our mouth. And let's not forget that we all bleed red, right? And y'all never know when you're going to need us, just the way we will never know when we need you. You feel me?
I need you to need me. I'm going crazy 'cause I'm loving you tonight. Oh, no. That's a lie. When those black were sold or however they got to Mexico, black people were treated like hell in Mexico. And the blacker you were, the worse you were treated. He leaving that part out. You didn't help the blacks, buddy. You enslaved the blacks. Even now, and I was over in Mexico a while back, a couple of times, and the blacks told me they are treated like underclass citizens in Mexico even today. So that's not true. You didn't help them. You're lying now. And so what you want the blacks to help you do wrong in America? To help you do what? Help you be wrong? And white people bleed blood too. Red blood. What do you think? The blood is white? In case you don't know, buddy, white people bleed red blood. And the blacks are not supposed to be helping you do wrong. These people are here illegally. And you want the blacks to support, and you did not even help the blacks in slavery. What the? And even if you had help, which you didn't, you want them to help you do wrong in America? Poor, that man lost. Somebody help him. Help him to see. Help me, Lord. And the Hispanics have taken the black social services, school, hospitals, and neighborhoods, and they fight all the time. They are doing to the blacks what the blacks have done to the whites, taking their stuff, their free stuff. So that's not true, buddy. And I wonder if the Mexicans so up on fighting, why don't they go back home and fight at home? Why come here illegally and then fight us? Meaning my country. I hear a lot of Christians talk about righteous anger. I'm angry when I'm angry, I got righteous anger, they say. So I'm wondering, is this what righteous anger look like? Here's a leftist woman having a meltdown over ICE deporting criminal illegals and object to using God's name to justify it. Watch this from X.
Don't come on my page and say that people should be in this country legally.
Whoa.
Don't do it.
That's the
This
devil.
is ridiculous. It's inhumane. You are a human being, and don't you dare use Jesus' name or God's name in this and say that this is what he would want and pretend to be a Christian, because you're not. This is pure evil. You are scum of the earth. These are people. These are mothers. These are fathers. These are human beings. And all you care about is where they are geographically. Shame on you. Do better. Be better.
What the? Is that Mexican or black or white? She's so white and angry. You see devil in her eyes. What the? Wow, look at Satan. How would you like to be married to that one or for that one to be your mama? Amazing. Is it wrong or right for churches to defend illegal aliens, fight to keep them from being taken back home to their country because they're here illegally? Should the church be for that or against it? Watch this from KTLA 5. Community members and religious leaders gather Wednesday to denounce an immigration and custom enforcement raid in Downey, at a Downey church. Watch this.
Not in my backyard. That's the message these Downey residents have for federal authorities. More than 200 protesters rallied outside the Embassy Suites off Firestone Boulevard Wednesday evening after unsubstantiated reports that ICE agents were staying there while conducting raids in the city.
They are here, allegedly. We don't know. However, we want to stand up for our community and for the injustice that is occurring even to our own citizens.
Many of them holding American flags, saying immigrants are part of the fabric of this country.
We believe in America just as much as anyone else, and how immigrants and migrants and undocumented persons are being treated in this country is simply unjust and not right.
Earlier, several businesses and even churches were targeted by what appeared to be federal agents rounding up undocumented immigrants.
I was in my office, and my office faces exactly where these men swarmed this gentleman.
The pastors at Downey Memorial Christian Church say a man on their parking lot was taken by unidentified authorities, some wearing police vests. So Pastor Tanya Lopez started recording.
They surrounded him and started to just get ready to grab him, which is why I could not stand idly by. I had to go ahead and meet the moment with my faith, recognizing that putting myself on the line is what it means to be a person of faith.
No, it doesn't. A female pastor, I rest my case. What the? And you notice they have American flags now because they were told, get some American flags and don't be just carrying the Mexican flag. What a mess. Even the churches are supporting evil. All in the name of Jesus. It's in the name. According to Romans 13, how would you like to? Amazing, huh? According to Romans 13, every person is to be subject to the governing authorities. For there is no authorities except from God, and those which exist are established by God. Therefore, whoever resists authority has opposed the ordinance of God. I'm gonna amazing, huh? I can't read it because it's going down so far. But I don't know how to make my computer go up and down.
Shall I?
Yeah.
From where you were,
ordinance.
Yes, the ordinance of God, and they who have opposed will receive condemnation. what can I read? Upon themselves, for rulers are not a cause of fear for good behavior, but for evil. Do you want to have no fear of authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same, for it is a servant of God to you for good. But if you do what is evil, be afraid, for it does not bear the sword for nothing, for it is a servant of God, an avenger who brings wrath on the one who practices evil. Therefore, it is necessary to be in subjection, not only because of wrath, but also for the sake of conscience.
Amazing.
Romans 13, 1 through 45.
Bible Thumper Friday now. Amazing. 888-7753. A preacher lady in the congregation trying to keep the illegals here in our country. I've seen it all. Really. Pure evil. Pure evil. I want my America back, my country, but it's not coming back. But I want it back. Sam is out of Puerto Rico. Sam, you're on the air.
Punch in the experts. Good morning.
Hey, Sam.
My favorite band. I promise I listen to you more than I listen to music now.
Amazing.
I used to listen to music all the time, really. And then I just been hooked on you, and I appreciate everything, man, because I swear, if I wouldn't have came across your teachings, I would have never came across it. But then again, if you seek, you will find, and I was seeking.
Right on.
It wasn't like I just heard your word and like, oh, that's a good idea.
Right.
Nah, I was really longing for it, and I appreciate you, man.
You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. It only get better, Sam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's Black Friday. I've been waiting to call. I was so happy when I first heard the news that it was Black Friday night.
Right on.
What's wrong with the blacks, Jesse?
What's wrong with the blacks? Amazing.
I got a theory. It's that order that you talk about, but the order, the common order that I recognize is that it's woman over children, children over the man, man over Jesus, and Jesus over God. That's which basically put the woman over everything and everything over God. Because it's that's how it is. Because as soon as you start putting everything in the order, like you said, which is God over Christ, Christ over man, man over woman, woman over child, you really start stepping on some toes and ruffling feathers.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to make light of it because I'm really actually having hard times with people close to me, even my sister. You know, I tell her because my nephew is 13 years old now, and I'm like, hey, send him to his daddy. You know, he's getting older. He's not an evil man. I don't know what y'all done been through, but you can't teach this boy how to be a man, especially if you're going to put him on a computer screen and let him stay in his room all day long.
Yeah.
Eat snacks and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Where a man is going to... and I'm not saying what's going to happen. I just know how important the men in my life were who were called... And those men were called evil, you know? But those men, if I wouldn't have had them in my life, I would have been fully autistic, homosexual, you know, just like my mama, mad,
Blaming
emotional.
everybody for everything.
Oh, man. So
I
do
remember when, because of time, I remember when the order was God and Christ, Christ over man, man over woman. I remember when the black woman was not over the man. And that changed when the civil rights movement happened. That's what brought that family down. One of the things was when they allowed themselves to start listening to Martin Luther King and all those people, everything starts to fall apart for the blacks.
Yes. I believe you. I believe you. Because my grandparents, they was around that time.
Yeah.
And when you talk about Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. They really were on some support ourselves, or no ask nobody for nothing thing. Now for the black community, like they all dead. The old people dead now. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
they real sick, or they just gave up and really keeping their distance away from the families because the young people are so wicked and out of control. You can't tell them nothing. And they have no respect for the elders, or even desire to hear anything that the elder got to tell them. So
That's that spirit of the mother, man. And this is probably has nothing to do with white people, nothing to do with slavery.
Yes,
But it
it's
has
not
everything
race at
to do with the spirit of the mother.
It's not race at all. That's why I love you too, man, because I never talk about race. But I feel comfortable I could talk to you about it because it really has nothing to do with it.
Right.
It
Absolutely.
really not. And I grew up in Texas where it's supposed to be the white man so racist or whatever, but believe it or not, man, I grew up around all races.
Yeah.
And even so-called racist people, people think that they racist and they happy. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing that it's really just a part of hating. If somebody is racist,
Yeah.
they really have hate in their heart.
They're
and
angry,
they don't have
unhappy. Yeah.
Exactly. And they're not just having bad relationship with the race that they hate. It's actually inside their home too. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's great.
Sam, amazing call. I appreciate it. You stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, Jesse. Number love. Till next time, all right?
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you being a witness to the truth as well, because it's not about the race, man. It's about the spirit.
Can I say something about the silent prayer?
Yes. Go
It's
ahead.
magic. I get it. And especially if it's the last thing you do before you go to sleep and the first thing you do in the morning. You do it before you go to sleep because, you set the tone for the next day.
Yeah.
So when you do and go to sleep, not fall asleep,
Yeah.
you don't have control over yourself. You go to sleep and when you wake up, that same thing is going to be on your mind, and then you start it off and, man, just like that, it will become natural and you will always be present.
Amazing.
Always. But thank you, man. Number love, just till next time, baby.
Thank you, buddy. Amazing. Really. You, men and women, ladies, the men cannot save you from this. Only God can do that. And you got to start working on yourself. Don't wait. You got to, I don't care if you're married, unmarried, not married, ain't married, whatever. You got to work on yourself. Let me go to a first-time caller, Robert, out of Georgia. Georgia on my mind. Robert, you're on the air.
Hey, I'm from the hometown of Ray Charles, man, Albany, Georgia.
Oh yeah, amazing, nice.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, first time caller, man. Man, I always thought it was interesting. Honestly, not always. I just came across your channel, but like, how did you transplant from the South to California?
Long story short, I was invited out here by my aunt and her husband, and one summer when I was in the 11th grade, and so they asked me to come to California, and so I came and I walked off the airplane. I fell in love with California. It was beautiful. It was like paradise. Palm trees, clean, opportunities everywhere for jobs and things like that. And when I finished high school, I came back.
Yeah, it is beautiful, man. I was out there 2 years ago. My best friend from Albany moved out there about like 11 years ago, and I finally went out there and visited him. I flew into the Orange County Airport, John Wayne.
Yes.
Airport, whatever. And yeah, man. Like,
did you like California?
Oh, dude, it's beautiful, man. You got the mountains, the desert, the sea.
Yeah, no, it's a little dirty now, and all that, but it's still beautiful. It's just that because the Democrats have totally taken over, and they have done nothing but destroyed it. But it's still not. I like the weather and all that kind of stuff as well.
Oh yeah, that's so funny, man. I was out there in July, and they were talking about like it was like 88 degrees, and they're like, it's so hot. Like the neighbors in his apartment.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Robert, I appreciate your call, man. I can't play, but thank you for your call.
Yeah. Oh no. But listen, man. They my friend though, he's from Albany, man. He loves it out there, man. It's beautiful, but he hates the politics, man.
Yeah. The politics is bad in LA. It wasn't always this way. At one point, it was a red state, and then something happened along the way, and everything started to change. But I can't. Call me again, Robert. I really can't sit and just chat. Call me again, though.
Okay, I will.
All right, buddy. 888-7753-773. Ryan, a first-time caller out of Illinois. Ryan, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
What's going on, Jesse? How you doing?
All is well, Ryan.
I got a question. Do you think that you have character?
No, I have none.
You have none?
None.
Great answer. Do you believe that you have morals?
No, I have none.
All right, so what is your purpose, do you believe?
My purpose is to overcome hell.
To overcome hell.
Yeah.
That's it? That's all?
Yes.
I can't even argue with you with that one. I just got one more thing to say about the Mexicans.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'm from the Midwest, right? Do you know in Chicago, the Mexicans hate the blacks? We segregated by neighborhoods, right?
Yep.
So for the Mexicans to be reaching out, asking the blacks for help, it's kind of crazy when they don't even like the blacks.
I know. It's
First
like
of
that
all,
here, too, in South Central LA. The Mexicans and the blacks do not get along at all. It's a mess.
Oh, yeah, out there, too?
Yeah.
I thought that was just a Midwest thing.
It's everywhere.
So
The Mexicans
let me
and
ask
the
this
blacks,
question too, Jesse.
the Mexicans and the blacks do not get along, but the politicians and the media don't want you to know that because they try to trick the white people by making them think that, Mexican and black get along, Mexican and Chinese.
No, that's why I had to call in.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
The Mexicans is begging the blacks to step up because it's funny that they want us to help when violence is on the table, right? They want us to become violent and help them, right?
Yeah.
But how come when the blacks was getting beat up and the blacks was begging for reparations, did you see a Mexican? I don't think I saw a Mexican.
I didn't either.
Asking for reparations for the blacks.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how the Mexicans always want somebody to step in and do their dirty work.
Yeah.
And then they want to get mad when we don't want to help them out. But I can't remember a time that the Mexicans helped out the blacks.
Me either. I think that it's amazing, too, that the Mexican would ask the blacks to help them do wrong. They're not saying help us do right. They're saying help us do wrong. Ryan, thank you. I hear a lot of noise. It sounds like you're on a speaker. Call me again, though. I do appreciate it. Super chat. Super.
Super chats. Wojciech, greetings for the white guy behind the computer from the montage of the last video ending about visiting another city, and you may hear gunshots. Laughing face. The end.
Amazing. Thank you.
Uncle Ruckus, get so-and-so on the fallen state. Nice tip. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Send it to producer at thefallenstate.tv. Producer at thefallenstate.tv.
Mike Young, more illegal aliens equals more slave labor for the Democrat plantation. What do you think, Jesse and James Hake?
That's right. They want cheap labor to do their dirty dishes. Amazing. Thank you.
Wojciech. And they may tell you your child needs to socialize. Lies.
Yep. Amazing. Thank you.
Calvin from Ohio. Yeah, I just checked. Jesus never said that. Mark 4:40, he said to the disciples, why were you afraid? Do you still have no faith? Jesus never said we can control the wind and seas. Thanks for continuing to prove me saying you lie a lot, he says.
Jesus said, if you have faith, you could have told the wind to be still as well. Amazing. Thank you.
Eric, 3 coffees. When someone's driving erratic, I hear their music. It all makes sense. That's what happens to a man's mind when he lives with a woman. Noise kills strategy. Chaos kills focus. God be with Joel. Thanks, Hans.
Amazing. Thank you. The treasure chest is now open on D Live, and then something else is open on Peel.
Scratch offs. Unpeeled.
Scratch off on Peel. Back in a moment.
We'll read more later.
Anytime you have situations happening in your life, always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. Thoughts make you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax. Okay, folks, welcome back. We're going to get to as many calls as possible this last half hour here and your super chats and all of that. But first, the Hake Report is coming up at the top of this hour. The Hake, H-A-K-E report.com from 9 to 11. And he has Krishan the Don on today as a guest. And it's going to be amazing. I already know. Every time Krishan is there. It's amazing. So check out the Hate Report. If you've not heard it, you won't regret it. From 9 to 11 a.m. Pacific time. And at 11, a brand new episode of The Fallen State.tv. The Fallen State.tv. Kristen Van Nett was my guest. Nest. Not Netta, but Nesta. N-E-S-T. And she is a feminist author, comedian, and actress. Watch this.
Next time on The Fallen State.
Women are looking for love, but they're looking for a father's love.
Is it women who are looking for a daddy? My current partner is very comfortable with my goals.
Partners sound like a gay relationship.
Oh, we're not a gay relationship, so.
Do you love Trump?
No.
Do you have anger?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you a feminist?
Yeah.
Are you a real woman?
I don't know. What's a real woman?
Do you have a degree?
Yeah, I don't have a doctor's degree, though.
What the? It was amazing. At 11 a.m. Pacific time. All right? You don't want to miss it. And then after the Fallen State.tv, 12 noon Pacific time, somewhere in there, the American Anchor Baby. American Anchor Baby at 12 noon, right after the Fallen State, whatever time to end. The American Anchor Baby. On fire, energy given to him from God. And you don't want to miss it. And then you're all invited to church on Sunday. Come on down. You will not regret it. Fellowship with Bond is amazing. All invited. Doors open at 10:30. The meeting starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/church. rebuildingtheman.com/church, all right? And don't forget to support us, tithing, offering, donation, nonprofit, all that good stuff. Thank you for helping us to help others. And Father's Day is Sunday. So get your shout-outs for your father on Cameo. Your personal shout-outs to your dad. Go to cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson, and I'll do them for you. Cameo.com/Jesse Jesse Lee Peterson. All right? And all the other good stuff at our merch. 888-7753-773. Let me go to first-time caller David out of Nevada. Nevada. How come some people say Nevada then?
They're New Yorkers.
Oh, I'm not a New Yorker.
But you listen to New Yorkers.
Maybe. David, you're on the air.
How's it going, Jesse? And it is Nevada, not Nevada, but people out of the state call it Nevada.
Amazing. Thank you. You're on the air.
So I called to tell you thanks for a couple months. I got some counseling from you. And also, it's my birthday, so I wanted to see if I could get an amazing shout-out from you.
Number one, I do wish you a happy birthday, but the shout-outs, you got to go to Cameo, CAMEO.com/Jesse Lee Peterson. But happy birthday to you, man.
Thank you very much. That's good enough.
Amazing. How old are you? How old are you today? Is it today?
It's on Sunday.
Oh, your birthday is Sunday?
Yeah.
And if the Lord is willing and the creek don't rise, how old will you be?
I'll be 33.
Amazing. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you very much. If it were you, what would you do for your birthday?
Nothing.
That's how I feel most of the time, too. It's just another day.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, man. Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. Have a great weekend, Jesse.
All right, buddy. We have amazing counseling service. Matter of fact, you may only need one counseling service. I mean, one meeting or maybe two, but it's amazing. So, family, individual counseling by phone, Skype, or walk-in. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com, or call 800-411-2663. All right? Amazing. Amazing. Let me go to Maryland out of Florida. Maryland, you're on the air.
Hey, Jesse. How are you?
All is well.
Good. I'm going to keep calling until you tell me why we can't all be gods because of God.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, like, no one can be an idol if everyone is God.
But who said that you were God?
I think I am what my Father is, my Father is God.
So you think that you are God or the daughter of God?
I think we're all God because of God. Because Jesus said, anyone who does God's will is my brother, sister, and mother.
Right. So you're
right.
Children of God, right?
I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, we're all children of God.
So are you God or children of God?
I'm Mother God.
What? What?
I'm Mother God, Jesse.
Are you high?
No, I'm not high. I'm serious.
You have not smoked pot this morning?
Why would you say that?
What do you mean you are the mother of God?
I really believe that. I am Mother God. I don't know. It's just, I don't think there's just one. There could be more.
So you said, I'm black and slow. You just said, I am Mother God?
Yes.
And what does that mean, you are Mother God?
I think we're all Mother and Father Gods. We're prince and princesses that grow the mothers and fathers, and we're also gods. So, I mean, Jesse, you know my grandfather was Larry Flint.
What?
My grandpa was Larry Flint.
Really?
Yes.
Grandpa, tell me about the good old days.
No, know about all that.
So, Marilyn, you think that you believe that you are Mother God?
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
so,
sir.
And what is Mother God? What do you do?
What do I do? I'm trying to get everybody back home. Everybody. I think God is a God of restoration, not retribution. And the last enemy to be destroyed is death.
But
So I feel like
how do you become mother of God?
I'm not mother of God. I'm not
m-
mother of God.
a
Mother God.
Mother God. How did you become that?
I had a dark night of I had a dark night of the soul, and I had, some things. Just I saw stuff and heard stuff, but I'm better now. That happened in 2017, so I don't hear stuff and see stuff anymore. But yeah, I had a pretty good break in the system. So I don't understand why we all can't be worthy of that. And
Are you having treatment?
no, I'm not having treatment.
You're not seeing a
I
counselor?
just stopped drinking Saturday. Actually, I haven't had anything. I had any alcohol since Saturday. So
And when you were drunk, did you think you were Mother God?
when I was what?
Drunk.
No, I mean, well, yeah. It's not what goes in your body that's unclean. It's what comes out of it.
And so when you were drunk, you still thought that you were Mother God?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Amazing. So one last quick question, Mother. What was it like growing up with Flint? If it's true that Larry Flint was your granddaddy, what was it like
Right.
being the granddaughter of Larry Flint?
Well, he was married to my grandma, which was his first wife. And my mom wrote a book and everything, and she did a lot of public speaking. So I went everywhere with her. I went to California, and like people in the elevator were like, "You going to Tom Cruise's birthday party?" And I went downstairs, and Tom Cruise and Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, everybody was down there. So I had a pretty crazy childhood, I guess, growing up. Lots of stuff
So you
going
were
on.
you
but
were like a step granddaughter?
I'm real granddaughter.
So he was your grandfather by blood, or are you a step grand? Was
No,
he
he was
step?
my real grandfather by blood.
Oh,
It
okay.
was from his first marriage.
Oh, I got you. Amazing. And so were you still a child when he died?
No, he just died in 2021.
Oh, okay. And as an adult, did you know him well?
No, I didn't know him well. I didn't.
Oh, I
So
see. Okay.
there's that. But I've got plenty of stuff to keep me entertained, I tell you.
Right on. Well, you call me again, Mother of God. And,
I will call you again, Jesse. I love you so much.
I
Thank
love
you for your
back.
show.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
888-775-3773. Let me go to first-time caller, Rubio, out of Los Angeles. Rubio, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, my question to you is I am attracted to white American women and girls. I am a Mexican.
Oh, okay. and you attracted to white women?
Yes, but I'm scared to talk to them.
And why?
I don't know. I don't know.
But how you know you're afraid?
Because I'm poor and they have money. I think. I don't know.
And so why do you keep changing your name when you call in?
What do you mean?
Because you called in before in a different name.
I did.
Right. Why you change your names?
Oh, I didn't know I called before.
Yeah. Why you didn't know it? But anyway, because of time, don't have fear. Fear is not real. And just do what you need to do. And you'll see that the fear is not real, all right?
And the fear is not real.
Right. It's just in your mind, but it's not real.
So it doesn't matter what color I talk to of
right.
the beautiful women.
Right. Did you call in from San Diego under the name of Nick?
No.
Who was that?
I don't know who Nick is.
Oh, okay. But fear is not real. Drop the anger, and the fear will disappear too, all right?
Can I mention something?
Well, it all depends on what you're going to mention.
I'm a gardener, and I work for a rich family.
Uh-huh.
And they said they love me so much, but they won't let me be around their family.
How you know?
They told me to stay outside and just maintain their yard. But they say they love me. I don't understand.
But if that's what your job is, to maintain the yard, what's wrong with them not letting you in?
Well, maybe but when I get close to the door, they tell me always to stay back and just stay in the yard area only. But, I'm not doing anything bad or anything. I just...
Right, but that's a good thing because they're protecting their family. They don't know you that well, right?
No, I've been with them for a long time. I've been maintaining their yard for years.
Right.
Years.
But
they say they love me so much, but I don't... They only love me when I'm cleaning their yard.
But they're not supposed... They didn't hire you to love you. They hired you to do a job, and you took the job to make money, right?
Correct. Yes,
right.
That is true.
Yeah. So nothing lost. You're therefore you're getting what you want from them, and they're getting what they want from you. Do you love them?
Yes, because they gave me a job.
Right. So if they don't let you in the house, don't let that bother you. They have to protect their home.
And I think that is why I'm scared to talk to the beautiful white girls.
No, but don't be afraid. I gotta run, buddy. Don't be afraid. Super chat. Super
chats. On Bond JLP Cash App, Anthony, the wind being the spirit, the sea, the people. Interesting.
Amazing. Thank you.
So we have Trump calming the spirit of the people.
What manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obeys him, and the world obeys him. Amazing. The great white hope, Donald Trump.
Wojciech, you guys are great. Tandem, the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Amen.
One Mad Chameleon, thank you.
Thank you.
Very generous with a Rumble rant.
Nice.
On Pilled, Pastor Shadowley, 111 gold pills. The world has like $36 trillion in debt. But whom do we owe the money to? Jupiter. Winky face. But
Nice. Thank you.
And over on the coffees, buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Stephen from Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Biblical question answer.
Do you think for yourself?
Who even is you? I don't know this you speak of. Laughing faces. Love y'all. Looking forward to the best month of the year, White History Month. Going to celebrate with friends. Sing the White History song, please, Hake. It's White History Month. I'm going to celebrate with my friends. Thank you, Stephen.
Oh, mate. And get your T-shirts at JesseLeePeterson.shop. Amazing.
Very nice. Madeline, to BRANDI in Hawaii, all you need is a few customers. If you do great work, your customers will refer you. I know this firsthand.
All you need is one customer, and one will lead to two, and two will lead to three. Just one. Amazing. Thank you.
Hannes, 5 coffees. BQ answer. Do you think for yourself? When Master asks if we think for ourselves, we say, yes, Master. We thinks for ourselves. Monty Python, Life of Brian movie reference.
When my master said he sick, I said, yes, Master, we sick. Amazing. Thank you.
Hannes says, no, yes, I don't think for myself. It's complicated. Either the devil thinks for me or God allows me to think for myself. Either God will reveal the answer to me or Jesse will on Sunday. Shrugging.
That's right. On Sunday, I'll respond on Sunday. Thank you.
ALL says, it's Black Friday. Where's my 50-inch flat screen TV?
What that?
Go to L.A. and loot you one. I'm just kidding. I disavow.
I disavow too. Don't loot.
Yeah, I disavow.
Thank
Liberals, not real people. Just kidding. They just need some of God's love. Those poor fools.
Yeah, they're lost. They're asleep, and they don't know it.
Thank
Amazing.
you, Hannes.
Thank you.
Eric, 3 coffees. Parents who hit their children hate themselves, lacking wisdom and patience. If your child's not listening to you, you haven't been listening to them. Everything your child does, you taught them. The child checks out by getting angry, escapes into their mind to survive. That's why we do the silent prayer.
If you once in a while you may have to spank him. That's very futile. him or her. But if you have love, you're guided by the light, the kid's going to follow you. Whatever you are, that's what they become. Amazing. Thank you.
See, on every race want to use the blacks for destruction. Poor blacks. Hank and Speedy, are they getting deported? Hate keeps inviting the Krishan the Dawn guy. Have a good weekend, you guys.
Thank you, Sion. Amazing. I just think it's crazy that this guy or the Mexican are asking the black to help them do wrong. Are they expecting the black to say okay to that? Amazing.
Many just might.
Yeah,
Mike Young, hey, Jesse James. Hey, I really mean this. If I say this out of anger, I apologize. All Democrats and voters of the Democrat plantation hate America, plain and simple. Everyone who makes excuses for illegal aliens, basically saying, well, forget you, Lake and Riley. Your life didn't matter because you're a white woman killed by an illegal alien. I rest my case.
I rest my case. Thank you, Mike. Amazing.
Eli P., no one likes the blacks. They just need help doing evil.
That's crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But so true. Amazing. Thank you.
Sean from Chandler, Arizona. 5 coffees. Uncle Jesse, sing me about the good old days. You and team are amazing like a mug. The light, the father inside you is You Are My Hero song. And Go Jesse, Go Be Good. Johnny Be Good, Chuck Berry song. Can we hear what the Great White Hope has to say today?
Let me check. Amazing. What manner of man is this? Amazing. Thank you.
See on with another Jesse Boo. Since there are too many illegals being deported, American lazy people better start working. Health is wealth. A job doesn't define you. If you're healthy, please go out there and work any job outside of work.
Yeah.
You can look fly.
Well, the salaries will go up now that the Mexicans being set back home, and the people are going to take the job. Because the Mexicans used to work for less. I think that's changing too. But you're going to see more people working. I think you are already seeing more work. Amazing. Thank you.
And shout out to the top contributors on the D Live crew, Games for Wreck, Wolf 336, Groovy Monkey, and the rest. Thank y'all as always.
Thank you.
And thank you guys. I do believe that is all for now. Any others remaining? We'll read on Monday.
Amazing. Thank you. I want you to know that in California, they were trying to get rid of gas cars and just have electric cars. And in 2035, that's when it's supposed to be done. Donald Trump said, hold up. No. And so what he did, according to ABC 7, President Donald Trump signed a resolution on Thursday that blocks California first in the nation rules banning the sale of new gas-powered cars from by 2035. Watch this from KTLA 5.
Eric, good morning to you as well. This is just the latest instance in an increasingly antagonistic relationship between President Donald Trump, the state of California, and its governor, Democrat Gavin Newsom. That signing ceremony is happening right now over at the White House. The resolution President Trump is signing, they're all approved by Congress last month. Overall, they aim to quash the country's most aggressive attempts to phase out gas-powered cars. President Trump is also planning to approve measures to overturn California's policies that curb tailpipe emissions and smog-forming nitrogen oxide pollution from trucks. Now, these signings come as President Trump has pledged to revive American auto manufacturing and boost oil and gas drilling here in the U.S.
Thank God for the Great White Hope. You better be thanking God. What a mess, huh? Making America great again. Listen, folks, work on yourself. Work on yourself. Only you can overcome. No other human being can cause you or help you overcome because it's spiritual. Drop the anger. Let everybody else want to hold on to anger, let them hold on to it. Those who want to believe Jesus, God, let them have all that. But you work on you and forget about the world. All right? Forgive your mothers. Every human being on earth, if you want to be free, it's never going to happen until you forgive your mothers and your fathers. And when you do that, God will forgive you. And anger is evil. Anger separates you from God. Don't let anyone tell you. Well, you can let them if you want. But Don't listen to anyone tell you anger is good. It can be controlled. God, Jesus was angry and all that. Don't fall for that lie. And then an angry person say, I got righteous anger. No, you don't. You don't have righteous anger. So forgive your mother and your father. Do the silent prayer at rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer. And then practice staying present. Be aware of the emotional stuff, which is evil. Good feeling evil, bad feeling evil. Watch it, and the light of God will take the darkness away, and you will have a clear mind. But you got to live your life. You are your own world. You are responsible for your world, and no one else is. All right? Thank you all for the super chats and all that kind of stuff. You can now get the White History T-shirts at JesseLeePeterson.shop. All right? JesseLeePeterson.shop. Rick and all of the rest of the callers, I'll see y'all on Sunday. I'm so out of time. Thank you for your super chat, your donation to Barn, helping us to help others, and I do appreciate it. Have a good one. The Hake Report is coming up, and he has a guest, Krishan Dadan, and then the FatherState.tv brand new episode at 11, and then the American Anchor Baby at 12. Right after the FatherState.tv. Take control of your own life, folks. Overcome the world. Overcome it. And you'll have perfect peace in the world. Amazing. Thank you all. Have a good one. Bye.
Stand up. We got fighting to do. We gotta show them who boss. He put a Viking in you. He put that lightning in you. Igniting the truth. But you beg and blame and lie and hate and never want to stand for the truth. So what you planning to do? You understanding to lose. You better go talk to your mama. Better stop at the drama. Better drop all the trauma. Boy, you better stand up and up. Put your hand up and hut. Cause if we don't, then we lose. And then we gotta hear the fake news. Whoa.
You must know that so you can. Something went wrong, but face the truth about yourself and just seek first God's kingdom, cause so you can. Something went wrong, but face the truth about yourself and just seek first God's kingdom, cause I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
Anytime you have situations happening in your life, always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. thoughts made you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax.